Sesh'room, savage. Welcome to the Sesh'room. Hope you brought your notes. Hope you got your quotes. Don't duck that smoke. Welcome to the Sesh'room. Hope you brought your notes. Hope you got your quotes. Don't duck that smoke.
Hey, we're back in the session.
Made it.
On the cord. My pen's almost out, so I'm fucked.
Smoking on the gigahertz.
Feeling like Tony Stark
Electricity.
when he got that the little gems from what is it? Samuel Jackson. Was it 2 or 3? It's 2 I'm thinking about, I think. But in any case, we're back. We're here with shenanigans. I don't really have an agenda, but I feel like we're just going to be gaming and talking about shit, right? Because I see G's playing Red Dead. I'm playing Madden low-key.
Can I just say that the Knicks are in the finals?
Yes, they are, baby!
You got to say it.
New
York. New York's been going crazy, and they're up too.
Friends have reported
my
on
mayor,
the road.
my mayor Muslim. my bagels are Jewish. My Christian Dior. Nixon 4.
Nixon 4, baby. Yo, that shit was bars, bro.
Like, bro, and they got Monk Wemby out here struggling, bro. It's crazy.
Bro,
You hate to see
Mitchell Robinson, bro, and just bodying him. Cat too.
Seriously, yeah.
All the Knicks bigs are getting good minutes on Wemby, pretty much.
Yeah, I mean,
Like Wemby looks fucking tired.
The crazy thing is that Wemby hasn't had like a like he's been a part of every game. He's been like dropping 20, like I think each game, but it's kind of like best player on the planet, making him look regular kind of thing. You know, making him look like just a regular star, not a superstar, and that's enough apparently.
Yeah, because they're bullying him in the paint. They're like forcing him out, which I mean, that's not. I wouldn't say that's not his game, but realistically, when you're that big, you're supposed to dominate the paint, right? But I feel like they're bodying him with the size that they have, Cat and Mitchell Robinson, to force him out. So it's really throwing his whole game off, and the whole Spurs, like, the way that they run things, it's not working the same way with Wemby having to play so outside.
Yeah. This is also, I wonder if in a couple of years we're going to look back at this era of Wemby's career as like skinny Wemby.
Yeah.
You know, like just how like when like early days of Giannis, like those early years of Giannis were like skinny Giannis.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those early BI days.
Yeah, BI2. MJ2 when he first started, he had a bulk up too.
Kobe
too.
I knew. Kobe String Bean Bryant.
String Bean. Damn. But he
I feel like the Knicks had an edge, you know, because they hadn't lost a game. Like they were on a streak already, and the Spurs had to go through that gauntlet with OKC.
Oh, did you
And
guys...
low key, the way Wemby celebrated, if I was a Knicks player, I'd be salty.
Yeah.
Because it's like, why are you so happy, bro?
That's been a talking point for sure.
Now the Knicks are gonna get screwed by Trump, bro. You guys hear about all the shit that was happening?
Yeah, he's gonna be there, huh?
Well, not only is he gonna be there, but everything that the Knicks had planned, right? Like watch parties outside the stadium and everything, and the way players or fans can enter the game, right? All of that's gonna be delayed by hours.
Yeah.
They said that if Knicks fans wants to get into the stadium, they have to get in there 2 hours plus ahead of time, you know. And that's not even a guarantee that they'll even get in on time, because they had to go through all this TSA kind of security, like all this thing going on.
If they're reading the comments that I saw on their post that they put, like where they said that, they're like, "Oh, show up 2 hours earlier." That's just gonna get delayed because everyone was just like, "We don't even fucking want him there. Why is he coming?" I was like, "I can't wait to boo him out of the stadium." So it's like they're expecting some kind of like blowback. But it sucks because
Yeah, well,
ordinary Nick fans that have been waiting for this moment for a long time, now have to deal with that bullshit. And you
On
know,
top of inflated prices.
huh?
Well, you already had a fan run into the court. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, that was in San Antonio. That dude got banned for life.
In San
It was so
Antonio.
funny. It was so funny watching sports TV talk about that because someone was like, if that dude ends up having kids, and his kid ends up being a basketball fan, like that guy probably was, and that kid is like, "Daddy, can you take me to a basketball game?" That dude is gonna be like, "I can't. I'm banned from from all NBA games."
No way, it's
Just
all
like,
NBA games.
yes, he's banned. He got a lifetime ban from the NBA for
I
doing
thought
that.
it was just like in
But
San
I think
Antonio.
that's pretty standard though for like
That is
any
pretty
like
standard.
any
Fuck.
streaker,
Uh-huh.
any type of like person who
Yeah, plus
Just
he
for
could have
like
had anything on him
a drop
too.
of
So,
clout.
you know.
For a
yeah,
drop
for
of cloud.
the picture that was going around where it was like Wemby didn't even fit into the picture. It was hilarious.
For a
That's
little
so funny.
drop of cloud, that's funny. But
For
I
a
mean,
drop of clout, bro.
but I mean, he was going for the Knicks, or was he going for the Spurs?
I think he was going for the Spurs.
Oh,
I
was
think he
he?
was a Spurs fan.
Ah,
Yeah.
damn. Well, I mean,
He's gonna get a picture with Wemby.
yeah. Well, if he's trying to, if they don't win, then yeah, it wasn't. I mean, it's not fucking worth it either way. But it's even worse if they lose. Like you just did all that, and then your team ended up losing. It was a curse. Curse is what was it, Michael Bridges? I love when they asked him. I was like, "Oh, you're up 2-0," and he was like, "How do you feel about it?" He was like, "Nah, it's 0-0. Got to be desperate at all times." I was like, "Dude, that's a great response." But then I remembered they blew the 2-0 against Giannis for the championship when he was in the Suns, and I thought that was funny because I was like, bro was just had PTSD. It's like never.
It's kind of crazy.
Mhm.
The whole like I think only 3 teams in NBA history
Mhm.
have ever lost. Like up 2-0, and you take the first 2 road games.
Yeah.
It's only like three teams, so it's like. I mean, I don't know. I mean, there's still a probably a good chance that it's not going to be a sweep, but
Mm-hmm.
it's very likely looking like a Knicks championship.
You hope so, but it's like you just still never know because it's still a generational
Spurs are a
talent
good
in
team,
Wemby.
I think.
Yeah, because the
The
guard rotation.
each game it was pretty close. I mean, like it could have easily been 1-1 right now, considering the last game.
He missed the shot.
The
But the thing is,
the missed
Monk
shot.
How
Wemby
did-
missed the shot.
how did the Spurs do on the road against OKC? I feel like they did all right. I think they won that first game on the road. I think I remember that. Yeah, it could still be a series for sure. But the Garden is different than OKC. That's the only thing.
Nah, I think it was stealing the one the last game in San Antonio. That kind of felt like it was just a blow of momentum. Like, and especially when it's your star
Good.
that cost the game, like that really does drive the team psyche down because you're like, this is the guy we turned to, and then at the end he had the silliest turnover at the end where he threw it behind
like-
Castle, and then he missed the game winner or at least potential game winner or tire. So
There's a bit of a give and take with all that with Wemby. I feel like because he's kind of still too young and naive to be stubborn enough to not give up because he also rallied them. They were down 14-0
Yeah.
on the sideline. There's that clip of him kind of like pushing everyone to, and then they come back, but then he does like a very boneheaded turnover. And honestly, that was a good look. His last shot that he took was a good look. It popped out at the back of the rim, which means oftentimes you hit the back of the rim, that goes in.
Yeah.
So it actually could have been really close to a game winner by him. It was just a 1 point win.
Yeah,
But
I
he
think
didn't get it.
yeah.
So
Hmm.
yeah, go ahead.
I think it just becomes like a thing like with the greats. Kobe when he had all those missed shots and then Shaq was like, "All right, you get it, young fella." So it's like I don't think it breaks him. You are correct in like he rallied the team. So it's like what do you do next game? Are you going to go and elevate yourself and pick yourself up from that, which you always hope he does and you think he will do? But this will be like his defining moment this game today, whether he's gonna continue leading the charge or let these mistakes fumble you, because we all know like not every shot is a game winner, not every play is the game winner or like it goes the way you want it. So how do you bounce back from those things is what I want to see like Wemby do, which I think he will do. Like he's got the
Well,
talent for it.
that last shot is pretty much like the result of how the Knicks were playing him all game and all series.
Hmm.
You know, like they've been bodying him by the rim.
Yeah.
So like, like having Wemby take one of those like long twos for a game winner is kind of what you want,
Hmm.
because like you want him away from the basket. And I mean the Knicks had the Mitch Robinson and Cat have been doing just a great job at that. So
Yeah.
like obviously like the game plan for the Spurs is to find ways to get Wemby like active
Hmm.
like early on, and try to find those mismatches like early so you could like punish them before like, or you could also try to get Cat and Mitchell in foul trouble early.
Hmm.
So I mean we'll see how they end up attacking that during like, for them it would be a road game.
Hmm. Yeah, which I think that the Knicks game plan has just been perfect. Like the way that they've been running things, it looked a little sus when Brunson looked like he was going to get down on game one, but then you see him come back and like I love that story of Jalen Brunson, and then more like, have you guys seen that report about the Mavs and Jalen Brunson's deal? Like they offered him like 11 million per season, and then they just laughed it off.
Oh, really?
That's
Yeah,
I don't think I remember hearing that.
Yeah, no, it just recently came out that they're like, oh, this is what the Mavs had offered him, and they were just like, nah, never mind. Like, we'll take our chances in free agency, and like Brunson's team, like to their credit, were like, we're still willing to negotiate if they like apologize for like the offer that they had given him, and they're like, you know what, like we fucked up, we disrespected you, so here's a counter offer, but they never did, which just adds on to the silliness of the Mavs of like you just fumbled Brunson and here he is turning a whole franchise around. And then we all know with the Luka situations, like god damn, terrible team.
it's like they just don't want to win right now.
Nope. Tank for picks.
Well, I mean the Knicks
For
were
Bronny, bro?
like very like specifically like assembled.
Yeah.
Like a lot of their players like they pieced together, because like Cat wasn't there, Mikal Bridges wasn't there, Ananobi wasn't there, Brunson wasn't there, Hart wasn't there. Like
Yeah.
they really like. I mean, I think it's Leon something is their GM,
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
but that dude did like an amazing job of constructing a championship team.
Yeah.
And also like kind of putting kind of putting Tibbs in the Mark Jackson role if the Knicks end up winning, because
True.
like
Mhm.
like it was kind of argued that Tibbs was kind of like let go when he didn't really need to get let go.
Mm-hmm.
But this, I mean, Mike Brown happens to be the guy that's kind of reaping the benefits of it, or maybe he's like that person that kind of put them over the edge.
Mm-hmm.
I think so.
Yeah, because he's a
Yeah,
solid
yeah.
coach too, right? I mean, just because he has the stain of the Kings in his resume, that I don't think he gets his flowers then. But and then the Laker run too. I think those two runs are
I'm not
just
gonna
kind of
forget
like,
about that Laker run, bro.
yeah,
He's still that
He's,
Mike Brown.
he's always been a head coach that that there have been doubts about whether he'd ever be able to win the big one.
uh huh,
but he's always been a good coach. He's always taken teams to playoffs.
He left
Which is like
Cleveland too,
Thibodeau.
right?
They're a bit of the same, like Tom Thibodeau.
Yeah.
Huh?
No, I
Because Tom
was
Thibodeau never won the big one either.
right. Yeah, and he's always been considered a good coach too.
Exactly. But one thing that Mike Brown has is in between, I think after being a head coach for so long, he did take a backseat role on the Warriors when they were winning championships. And then I think he learned a lot from there because you can kind of see some like I think I do think he's he's like one of or a difference maker for this season because it seems like there's a like is if you see his post game interviews, he just kind of seems like he's more of like he's a good locker room guy than more of like in. I think he learned a lot of X's and O's from Steve Kerr more offensively.
Yeah.
But I think the teams really just rally around. He said after the last game, he said it's so awesome to be a coach of a team that like doesn't get down when like when they are down. Basically, like they always feel like they're in it. And he says for him as a coach, like that's kind of always what you want. They're like always ready to compete. It doesn't matter if they're down. Like they never feel like they're down and out. And he says, and that's kind of how he feels like they made it to this. Now it's like a bit of a historical win streak. Like 13 straight in the playoffs. And I think it's Leon Rose or something like that. The dude.
That's the name.
Well, the Knicks have just one player on their team that they actually drafted. Everyone else was made through signings and trades.
Yeah.
And that's Mitchell Robinson. And he was drafted like so long ago.
Shamit has been awesome for them.
Just one quick correction. It's Leon Rose is the team president, and Garrison Rosas is the GM of the Knicks.
Okay.
But no, you guys are right. Like all those additions that they made and moved around did end up working out in the long term. Like I didn't think the swap, honestly, for Julius Randle for Cat was the move, but it ended up working out. Like he fits that team so well, Cat does. And then Julius Randle does too in Minnesota, but I didn't think at the time, I was like, I don't think that's a good move because, I mean, we talked about in the group chat how I felt about Cat as a player before he joined the Knicks and now how he is now. Like, he's playing a lot more rougher and tougher as when, like, in Minnesota, it just felt like he was just whining after every play.
Yeah, it's like
there's a bit of a thing with Cat during that time. Well, he was younger, right? He's still young now, right? So he didn't get a lot of grace for being a teenager, basically. And
when do you ever?
And then and then Cat he really developed more going to the Knicks, as taking on a more responsibility in terms of just being a point leader, right? He always just left it up to Ant, He was just a cog in that system, just to keep it moving, right? But he didn't really do much besides just make the occasional three or try to go in and then complain about a foul, Like, it was mostly flopping.
Well, Karl Anthony Towns has always been like really, really good. It's just that he unfortunately like went to the Wolves where like their champion is Kevin Garnett. So like they're not expecting like they're expecting the dog to come with the productivity, right?
Yeah.
And I feel like Cat produced, well, he didn't have that KG dog energy.
Yeah.
That kind of like resonated with like Minnesota, and then obviously like as soon as they got like people who were like it became very clear about like oh, okay, like maybe Cat just doesn't got it because if Jimmy Butler like is like chewing him out, maybe he's just like not that guy, And then once they ended up finding that younger person who kind of is more like a Jimmy Butler in that, like Anthony Edwards.
Yeah.
You know, it kind of made it easy for them to kind of forget about what they had with Carl Anthony, because like I don't think I won't buy that like they had to get rid of him because he couldn't play with Rudy Gobert. Like Rudy Gobert is like somebody who is not really meant to playing with certain people. Like he's like a niche kind of person at this point. So like I feel like Karl Anthony Towns going to the Knicks is kind of like the KG era of like when he left them in Minnesota.
Yeah.
To kind of like go like actually win the championship and like on a team that kind of like prepares him to succeed.
Right.
Yeah, but I feel like you're so spot on like your analysis of it though. Like the KG thing, I didn't think about that I feel like it did play a role with like how that team is produced and what they expect of their superstar. So that's a good point.
It feels like organizationally, like there are just some organization, like some people just don't fit with every organization. And I feel like as Laker fans, we definitely know that firsthand. Like not everyone can be a Laker. Like that's just a tried and true statement at this point. We bring guys in through trades, we bring guys in through free agency, and they're good players on other teams, but they can't be good Lakers. And there's a bit of like there almost is an art to finding like players that are like good for your team. Like it's like a good fit for your organization. It just kind of seems like like what you guys are saying, it wasn't the kind of attitude that fits in that kind of culture. But the Knicks culture is like I mean, oftentimes the culture is driven by the best player. And so like when Jimmy Butler is the top dog, when Ant is the top dog, it's kind of like Cat doesn't fit in a culture like that. Right. And so, and then you look at Knicks culture and it's a bit like, well, if Brunson is the top dog, Brunson is like as low key and as like soft spoken as it comes. And the rest of the team, the way that it just kind of like the rest of the roster fills out, it's just guys who have like these quirky personalities. You know, there's a playfulness to it. There's a kind of like pick each other up thing to it. It's like honestly, like, and I don't even think
it's like the same OKC like mentality that's kind of been like a bonus these past couple of years.
I don't even think like it personality wise. Like I would even argue that there's a softness to the Knicks, but that doesn't affect how good they are of a team. And I actually think it's a strength. You know, like they bail each other out. Like, so for example, like a lot of players would be like a lot of starters on other teams would be pissed to be benched, but Josh Hart was benched because he wasn't doing anything offensively and just took it personally. Like, all right, I'm just going to play better. And I feel like that's kind of the team that they are. Like there's like a it's kind of like an opposite, like dog, like there is no top dog mentality there. It's just it's
a team mentality.
It's just a team mentality, basically.
No, I like it because it's a different style. Like, don't get me wrong. Like either style works, like in different ways. Like in Minnesota, it works like to be like grit and grind and like just do your shit and like that type of mentality. But in New York, it feels more like a positive reinforcement, like how you guys are saying, like let's lift each other up. If I got you, if you're not feeling it today. And I love that accountability of like what you brought up with Josh Hart, that like instead of being all pissed off like, oh no, I should be the alpha dog, he's like, no, I'm playing like shit, like I need to play better. Like that is a great way to have a team. Not to say that either style wouldn't work, because they do work in their own ways, but culturally with the Knicks, that works. And it wouldn't make sense for like a KG to come in there and then throw that in the mix, because then he's kind of out of the mix. Get what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Those kinds of guys. So that actually is a great point that you just mentioned. That's why I actually think the Julius Randle trade, like like hindsight being 2020
Mm-hmm.
is actually a great one because it's a cultural trait.
Right.
And you're right. And when it initially happened, you're not the only, like the common consensus was, oh wow, you're gonna give up like a dog like Julius Randle for someone soft like that. But that
They
actually
also
was
gave
one of the
us-
reasons
they also
why that
gave us,
works.
DiVincenzo in that trade too,
White Dante.
Yeah.
which I think is also like even though he was a Villanova cat, like he is one of those like tougher players.
He's chippy. He's like a very chippy player. And so I think, and now I don't know if you guys like. There's actually a Julius Randle problem in Minnesota now. Like dudes actually don't really fuck with him that much. There was a when they lost their series, a lot of people are like speculating that some of the comments that were made in that post game by some of the team were sort of like silent shots at Randall. So there's that now too. It's like, and then Cat, you bring someone in like Cat, and honestly, I see him like you still get funny sound bites of him saying stuff on the court, like that was a foul, like the classic Cat, that was a foul shriek. I feel like personality wise, he has not changed at all to me, but he feels more just empowered. So he is playing better. Like he has a better version of himself, but I feel like he's empowered to just be himself, and that's why.
Yeah, and I think that overall, like how I said, like in the beginning, like I wasn't the biggest Cat fan, but now in the environment that he in, it's like how they say, like that old saying goes, is like your value always fluctuates depending on how the location values you. And in New York, they really value him, and in Minnesota, it just felt like they just were like, nah, like you just don't fit, so you're kind of like whatever. But at the end, he still was a good player, but it just was the wrong fit
for sure.
for that team. So it's just awesome to see those like the NBA is a sport, obviously, but we love the storytelling of it, right? Because we're all film like junkies and all this stuff. Just so to see his story turn around was awesome, and then Brunson too. And then now you have all the other ones too, like Josh Hart, the baby Laker too. Like now he's playing a role, and he was kind of dismissed with us too, and he bounced around with the Pelicans and everybody, and now you see him just fit as well. Although he should stick his thumb other places, it's still hilarious. It's still funny though, like he fits, and it was just so funny to see like their banter all around as a team. It's just fun for the NBA. Like you see, like a young OKC was fun, but then they started winning, then they got like a little entitled to like feel the way they feel and like demand all these calls. So it got a little annoying. But now you have like a fun team that you're like, it kind of feels like they deserve this win after all this time.
Yeah, for sure.
Who's joining? Is that Gyrone? Oh my God, it's motherfucking Gyrone in the red
light
room.
room.
Oh my Lord.
Red light district.
Whip it out real quick though. Can you hear us? Hello?
I don't think we can hear him.
I don't think so either. It looks like he's just frozen. Let it go. Let it go.
It's
Yeah,
frozen in time.
frozen in time. All right, so what are we feeling about the game today? Spurs come back, or we just get
They
more?
play tomorrow.
That's tomorrow.
Oh, it's tomorrow.
It's tomorrow.
Shit. Damn.
Man.
I'm sleeping.
Yesterday was a travel day for them, and then I think today is like practice and then game tomorrow.
Yeah. Well,
Test 1 2. Can y'all hear me?
there we go.
Yep.
Okay, let's go.
Live from the red room, from the red
The
light.
red
district.
room.
The red light district over here.
Infrared room.
Let's see it. Let's see it. Whip it out. Show us.
Shows what?
You know what I mean. You know what kind
Hey,
of man I am. You know what kind of
you
man I
gotta pay for all that stuff.
We're redacted too, bro. Don't worry. We're pros.
Oh, wait,
at
is
it.
this being recorded?
Huh?
Hold on, let me put some more light on me.
Yeah. We're live. We're recording, man. So what's the consensus for tomorrow's game? Spurs come back?
I hope the Knicks take it all,
A competitive.
and then New York either gets healed or destroyed. And I'm with either way.
Our boy
It'll be
Fran over there
destroyed
though.
first and then healed after.
The funny thing about the whole like apocalyptic, New York scenario is that being out here in the streets while the Knicks are doing well, this is like the nicest. Like crime has gone down by like people are people are expecting the New York to explode, but it's just gonna be like an explosion of like friendliness and just joy in the
The
city.
power of friendship.
Yeah.
Like, everybody here is just being so nice. Like like Tammy and I were walking home from the bar after the game, like 11 p.m. Just like some random guy approaching us. Any other day, you would kind of be like, "Oh, whoa!" And the guy was just like, "Did the Knicks win?" And he was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "Yeah, go Knicks!" And he just kept shutting along.
It's because disaster like breeds community, and especially New York. We've seen a big disaster in New York. Immediately right after, it was just everybody was nice and community was high. Crime was low.
Gangs united.
I do fear for the city if they lose, though. I feel like that's going to bring out more negativity. But if they win, this is gonna end up being like a utopian.
Yeah. No, you're right. You're right, man. Because
So I guess there is an apocalypse scenario.
Yeah.
You know that meme where it says like if like this was discovered this year and it's like a perfect city, perfect utopia.
Yeah. If the Knicks win.
Question for you though, Fran: are you gonna go out and like and celebrate and enjoy the vibe if the Knicks do win?
I mean, I live here, so I will be just going out because I'm not going to stay inside. The celebrating, I'm going to be out and just enjoying the good vibes if it wins.
Yeah, you're just like watching.
If they win. And Tammy's a Knicks fan, so
maybe I'll celebrate.
But
go Tammy.
It's already like just being here in general. It already kind of feels like you're a part of it.
Yeah,
nice.
Tammy and I were at the NBA store yesterday. And people are just happy. People just like just complimenting each other left and right, and it's just people happy that to see the Knicks win. It's crazy. There is something to the fact that the city is split baseball wise because of Yankees and Mets, and then it's also split football wise because of Giants fans and Jets fans. But because no one gives a shit about the Nets, the whole city is behind the Knicks.
Yeah.
And that's just kind of wild how uniting it is.
That's awesome.
It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
No, but like I had seen a reel on Instagram too, like to add to your point that he was like, it was a guy walking in New York and he was just like, man, when the Knicks are winning in the finals right now, he was like, man, I had 3 people compliment me. You know how many times I've been run over or been flipped off or something? And he's just
that's true.
He's just like, it's just a different vibe right now. He's like, I fuck with it. But it's so fucking funny, man, to see like the videos and like we're all expecting anarchy, but it is wholesome to see like you guys just being like, all right, like we're having a good time, like enjoying this because it's been so long.
I wonder if there's a stat out there that after a major city win, if like crime does go low, and
there is.
How long?
It's already like crime is down. I think like I gotta find it again. It was on Instagram. It was like 10%.
And also the opposite of that. If there's a city with a long-term loss, like what if it just goes down the gutter? You know,
like Detroit.
Ooh.
That's already.
Is there a correlation between?
I think we just unlocked.
During the last 11, this was actually a week ago. This was May 28th. And so when the Knicks were on their 11th, they won their 11th straight win. But the crime had already been down 78% at that moment.
78?
78%.
That's insane. What the hell? 78.
And while they are playing, like while a game is live, it's a 45% decrease in crime. Like almost 50.
I wonder if the players know that and they're like, "Oh my god, we got to do this for the city."
Yeah,
you know,
the pressure's on to save Gotham, bro.
Yeah, if you lose, then there goes. It just tanks the city. The economy of the city goes down. It becomes fucking apocalyptic, Mad Max and shit.
And for the year overall, 2026 is a historic low in New York City crime.
Because
It's the
Knicks have
fewest
been playing
murders
so good.
and shootings in the first 5 months of a year in its history.
Wow,
Bro, the power of sports, man.
that
Really is the power of sports.
That's insane.
Yeah, because
that's
That's why we got this pod.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
That's more influence than any law, any politician, any fucking sports really is the answer. That's crazy.
See, but that comes back to community, right? We have to
Yeah.
look out for each other.
I thought the shiesty guy was talking.
Yeah, it was the shiesty guy.
Exclusive on the pod today. The shiesty guy.
What's up, man?
What were you saying? Ev?
Why can't I work? Why can't I work? Why can't I work?
Let's hear some
Wait till the
racist
next
shit.
win, bro. I'm be
Let's
working.
hear some racist shit. Tell me why I can't.
He'll be a hero.
Because he looked like Buzz Lightyear.
They said he looked like Buzz
That's
Lightyear.
funny, man. That's crazy. The influence of sports is it's what runs our major cities.
It does,
and
man.
that's why we got to create a major city in Wyoming. And once we get that team going,
then we get the mid cities all united together. States, the mid states, everybody. Like they'll just be going.
When I was younger, like a kid, I always thought like, why doesn't every state have like a sports team? Like, why aren't the leagues in the U.S. like New York blank and then like versus the Montana blank, and it's just like 50 team leagues in every sport, and each state just has their own team. But then I was kind of like, oh wait a minute, like one, that would be a hell of a lot of teams, but some states are like some states don't even deserve a team. Not to sound like a
some teams need their team taken away.
Yeah.
Utah, we're looking at you.
Utah.
Utah.
In football, Miami Dolphins, they don't need a team anymore with the way they're running it.
I mean, Louisiana, I don't think needs any teams.
Nah, shut your whorehouse mouth.
They only have a basketball. Oh no, they have that's right, they have the Saints.
They have the Saints and basketball too.
The Pelicans.
Yep.
But see, I kind of feel like it would be kind of dope if New Orleans had a baseball team. Now that I think about it.
Yeah. Then you lose. We send you to the alligators.
The New Orleans Creoles. That's the baseball team.
The New Orleans Crawdaddies.
Crawdaddies. Crawfish.
Crawdaddies.
Damn.
That'd be hilarious, bro. Their mascot's a crawfish, bro.
Their mascot is just Larry.
Living like
that would be if there was like a professional team in Maine.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
The Hush Puppies.
The Hush Puppies.
The Hush Puppies.
The Kentucky Fried Chickens. We should do it, bro.
Damn. Well, let's first get Wyoming going, then we expand out. Get the Kentucky Fried Chickens. God. Damn, speaking of the Saints, I'm playing as them in Madden right now. Should let me run this team, bro. Turn this team around.
There's been some football news too.
Oh yeah,
Myles
Garrett,
AJ Brown.
Yeah, big things going on. Your mom met Mike McDaniels too. I think that's pretty.
That's crazy.
I thought that was pretty good news.
That coach.
Yeah, she told me yesterday.
Yeah.
She was like,
your follow-up question was funny.
Like she was talking to this coach that got fired from another team, and I was like, he got fired from another team, and I was like, was he black? She was like, no, he wasn't black, and I was like, oh. She was like, no, but he works for the Chargers now, and I was like, wait, so he got fired and he works for the Chargers now?
Mm-hmm.
I was like, and I showed her picture because I was like, who's on the roster? Because I was like, football has a lot of different coaches, and I was like, it can't be Harbaugh because Harbaugh's been there.
Yeah.
And I was like, wait a minute. And when I looked up the roster and I saw Mike McDaniels, I was like, wait, he just got fired from Miami. And I was with the charge. I was like, oh, and I showed my mom a picture, and she was like, yeah, it was him. And I was like, what the fuck?
Did she talk to him?
Yeah, because she was saying that. Well, I guess like not to release his personal info, but
Oh,
I heard job. I heard job. She saw him, and then they were talking a little bit,
We got the
and
inside
then,
scoop.
and then pretty
Place your
much
bets
like
now.
about schools and stuff, and how he was
Mhm.
trying to find a school for his kids.
Oh,
Being a good dad.
nice, wholesome interaction.
Yep.
But yeah, but I was like, yo, that's what. And she was like, oh yeah, she was like, I forgot to tell you, and I was like, what? She was like, it was like a couple weeks ago.
That's crazy.
That's like the first thing you're supposed to do.
My question to her is like, how do you know this news? Like, mom knows ball. Like, how did you know about the whole Miami
Um,
situation and everything?
She's like super sociable, so she probably
Oh, really?
just ended up striking a conversation with him.
I see. Yeah.
And like and like I mean he seems like a cool enough dude that will probably just like respond and talk back
Yeah.
to like
Yeah.
those like wholesome like interactions.
He's Latino.
He is right.
That's true, right? He's
He
like
is.
Cuban, no?
That was like one of the things when he got hired because of the controversy of kind of like the fact that they fired Robert Flores and Miami, and Robert Flores was kind of suing the NFL. And then I don't know why Mike McDaniel was kind of like, yeah, I appreciate Miami also kind of looking into non-white market of coaches as a colored person. I was like, this dude looked white, but he was claiming his Latin side.
is Latismo
He's Latino.
just like Jack Black? I feel like he's an honorary Latino.
Oh no, his dad is black actually.
Yeah. I was about to say his dad's black. Yeah.
So his name is kind of literal.
You're fucking stupid.
No, but after Nacho Libre, I don't know. I just feel like he could get the corn pass. You know?
Yeah, and especially the Miami run, he really in like got into the culture there. So I feel like he's invited to Asada. I would invite him.
Yeah.
Definitely
I mean,
to a
McDonald's
pod.
to me he's always been good vibes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to dip, boys. I'll see y'all later.
Jeez, yeah.
Crazy work.
Peace out.
Yeah, just wants me to help you move a washer or whatever. So I'll be back.
The torta is outside.
Yeah.
She's like, Martin, let's go. She brought her kids over and shit. Good luck, Martin.
The dad that steps
That's
up
her
over
cousin,
here.
The dad that's stepping up. Look
Yeah.
at him go.
Stepping
There
up.
goes our hero.
Go take care of baby
I'll see you guys
Aiden,
later.
bro. Take care of
Peace
baby
out.
Aiden.
So, but has everyone here seen Obsession?
I've
No.
watched it.
No, I just been getting roasted on it. I don't even know what the fuck it is.
I was gonna make a reference about what Steven was saying.
Oh, so everybody else has seen it, yeah?
Yeah, I've watched it.
No, I haven't seen it.
Oh, Yuri and I have seen it.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I know of it,
Uh-huh.
and I could pretty much piece the rest of it together, like the whole thing.
It's still a good
know?
experience.
You gotta see it to believe it.
Yeah. It was so good though. I love that it was like all practical effects. I'm like, I fucking love it. Like, it was just her acting. Like, that's it. There was no like, let's CGI this after or any of that stuff. It was just straight up like, whiten that smile more, make it creepier, go ahead and stare at him longer. It was fucking awesome.
Have you seen Smile?
Oh, of
He
course.
did his thing.
Was it like that, where they just like smile and shit?
Yep. It felt
Nice.
It was like it was like that, but I also think like she was coming up with expressions that I was like, dang, I feel like I never seen a person make that expression before.
Yeah.
Like, it was impressive. Her performance was
It
like
was really
seriously impressive.
Yeah. Like, so like you definitely could piece it together, Gyron, to your point, but you got to watch it. Like, watching it was so, and then like the camera work, the sound design, everything about it was just so like pieced together well.
My question though is, any logical fallacies?
Probably a bunch. I mean, the whole premise is like based on a
Like,
bullshit.
You watch
like,
Star
fantasy
Wars.
thing.
What the fuck, man?
What'd you say? You cut
Well,
out.
I guess is it for you, Steven, as
Uh-huh.
long as the rules are established, are you kind of chill when it comes to the logic like
Uh-huh.
critique?
Yeah, I mean, I think Yuri said you watched Star Wars. I
Yeah.
couldn't hear because you
No,
cut
yeah.
out, but
Yeah, I
like
did.
obviously, fucking a saber sword. Like as long as, like you said, like the rules are established, I'm good with
Okay.
it. I'm not gonna say fucking. I'm not gonna give them gripe for rolling Michael Jordan into a basketball. I know it's Looney Tunes, you know.
It
I
didn't feel
It's
like
can't
it
do
Looney
that.
before,
Tunes.
bro. It didn't feel like it
Yeah,
before. You were griping it, bro. Stand on business.
you guys are misunderstanding what I'm saying. You guys,
You weren't loony
it's like,
enough.
oh, I
Then
can,
what
I.
are you?
You make it seem like I can't watch any movie. Like I'm not fucking. Yeah, I'm not stupid.
Well,
Like
no,
I
I
could
was just
separate that much.
all
Like what the
right.
fuck?
I was just concerned. I was
Well,
like, bro, like, are you opening your imagination or not? Like
Hmm.
it was
I
a
think
legit
if that's the
concern.
case, the movie does a pretty good job. I don't know
Yeah.
if you can think of anything, Yuri. I think it stays
Mhm.
true to like how the rules sort of like the rules that it establishes, and
Yeah.
I
No.
think it's Yuri. I think said it in the chat. It's kind of like it keeps itself simple, and that's part of the beauty of it.
Hmm.
You know,
Nice.
It is 100%.
I
Like,
like the
so
simple story.
the rules were established and were followed well. I think it's one of those movies that you will appreciate where you don't have to think of that whole like, does this make sense logically? Now there is a plot thing that like I talked to Joe about it, and I won't disclose what it is, but I was like, if this would have happened, all this could have been avoided. But it's something so simple.
Yeah.
But like,
Boo.
Uh, uh,
if it's the thing that you're talking about, I think they did address why that couldn't happen. But maybe we're thinking about two different things.
maybe that's why I'm like, I don't want to go into it too much because
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
mine is a super simple like, yo, like if this would have happened, this none of this needed to happen. But I need to talk to you, like, sidebar it, like, because I don't,
We
my
would have
my
a sidebar for sure.
mine is not for sure like it's like a supernatural within the rules thing. It's just a simple like within the characters that I'm like, this should have happened and we could have just.
Oh, okay. Well, see, actually, that actually reminds me. That's also part of my question to Steven when it comes to like how he watches movies.
Uh-huh.
Because like I think there is an it's kind of hard to gauge. It's a bit of like how are the characters um, established. Oh my headphones just told me that they got low battery. My bad.
Uh-huh.
If the character, because even in real life, people act illogically. So I feel like I don't give too much. Like
Fair.
I don't pan a story too much when characters act illogically. But I have watched movies and thought, okay, that like they just like that's the stupidest thing I've ever seen someone do. I'm not buying that. Like people aren't that stupid. But I
Hmm.
guess it's a bit
Okay.
of
Uh-huh.
like it's a storytelling strength, I think. If you establish that okay, this person is insecure, or maybe this person like second guesses themselves,
Mm-hmm.
or this person panics, and then if that leads to like if that's established, and then that leads to like some decisions being made, for me that's a pretty forgivable
Oh,
offense.
okay.
But I don't know if
Uh-huh.
that's kind of the same approach that you take because I know you were mentioning things like some of the choices that were made in The Boys and Stranger Things and stuff like that. It's also
But I
like
think my gripe.
how good are people at making decisions in like threatening situations too or dangerous situations.
I think my gripe with specifically like The Boys and Stranger Things is consistency within the logic. I'll take
Yeah.
Stranger Things for
Mm-hmm.
example.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, "Oh, we gotta stop this fucking monster." Spoiler alerts for Stranger Things, but and then they're like, "Okay, y'all climb that fucking tall ass cliff," and then boom, they're there in like 5 minutes, right?
Mm-hmm.
And another thing with the boys is like, okay, the inconsistency within Kimiko's powers. Like, if she's supposedly stronger, like you said, when she got souped up with the same thing that Soldier Boy has,
Yeah.
then realistically, the bullets wouldn't have been able to affect her like they did,
Mm-hmm.
right? It's stuff like that versus
Mm-hmm.
something that's more character driven. like if we see the point of the character is to get worse within his flaw, and if his flaw is like Tony Soprano, for example, he's just progressively getting worse as the season or as the series goes on,
Mm-hmm.
which makes sense that he makes worse and worse decisions.
Mm-hmm.
If it's something that's out of character or just straight up illogical, I just can't let it pass.
Yeah,
That's fair.
because then it turns up like Game of Thrones.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what
Yep.
I thought of right away when you brought up like the time jump type of shit. Where like previous seasons, it took so long for one character to get from one place to another, and all of a sudden the last season you're just like time jumping and like avoiding those rules. I get that argument.
And that's where it comes from for
Yeah.
me.
Uh huh.
And it's more just like I feel that some filmmakers are I don't want to say lazy or
Uh huh.
they just I feel like they're calling us stupid. Like, oh, they won't they won't
Realize
fall
it.
for that or
Yeah.
they won't catch that. They're dumb.
Mm-hmm.
Just vomit it on screen and they'll watch anything.
Yeah.
Like, no,
Mm-hmm.
we're not dumb. We can't let them win.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of like the culmination of what Michael Jordan has to think about in Space Jam at the end, where he's
I'm-
like, wait a minute, you telling me I could just stretch out my arm like this whole time,
Yeah.
I don't.
like he was trying to apply
Buys in.
he like buys into
Mm-hmm.
the reality of his situation, right? Which is like
He's
it
like,
is
He's
kind of
in a
wacky.
yeah, yeah.
yeah, he's like, I'm in Looney Tune
Well,
land.
I mean, I don't really hold that movie up to a high standard, anyways. So I mean, whatever.
I don't know, but I heard you used to complain about like, oh, like why does he get turned to a ball? It's like, bro, it's Looney Tune land. Like, what do you mean? Like,
I'm not. The complaint is not why he gets turned into a ball; is that he gets turned into a ball. Like, damn, bro, they really dissed him that much. They fucking they made him bounce on it. You know,
yeah.
like.
God damn.
Well,
Like
they
that
had
sucks.
to.
It would suck to see my hero or like I
Uh-huh.
don't know. As kids, you guys watch fucking they rolled him up into a ball. I don't know.
Yeah.
My gripe is not that.
But that was the beauty of the story. He got turned into a ball, then came back stretched out, and then just whipped them with it. You know, it's
Sure.
life.
He needed to believe that they really needed his help.
Yeah, and he needed to believe in the Looney Tune land too. The rules are different there.
And that was established.
It
And
was.
it's fine, I guess. Whatever. I don't I don't care too much about it
I
to
don't
argue that
know.
much into it.
I'm a fan of like live action cartoon mix kind of movies.
Back in action.
Like Looney Tunes back in action, Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
So I saw a clip of a podcast that they were supposed to do another movie like that and that live action cartoon, but with Tony Hawk, and it was like a
I gotta step away for a
Oh,
second.
skateboarding
that's
Oh
thing.
cool.
yeah,
That never happened. What could have been?
I always thought that like
What's up, guys?
the
the
Page
idea
Master.
of Space
Oh, the
Jam
game.
was like going
What's up
to
there?
be like the potential for a franchise there where like you just pair up the Looney Tunes uh and put them in another sport. Like I feel like that could have been the direction that the franchise would have went instead of just sticking to basketball.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Like when I was a kid, I was always like,
Yeah.
oh man, like Space Jam 2 would be like they would be I don't know, with a football player or a basket or a baseball player this time. That was like
It's
in
a
my head what I thought like that's in my head is what I thought a sequel would have been.
it's a Space Jam 2. It's a prequel, but they're all playing baseball now. And they're all hyping up Jackie Robinson. Let's go.
Have you guys seen the Chip and Dale movie?
Chip and
Yeah, that
I've
was
only been to
hilarious.
Chippendales.
Dale.
Yeah,
That was a
dude,
layup.
It was.
that movie's hella underrated.
I hear it's actually really good.
They have Ugly Sonic, which is hilarious.
I haven't watched it yet.
John Mulaney is one of the I think he's Chip.
John Mulaney.
He's a good voice actor.
Yeah, he was funny as the pig Spider-Man.
Spider-Ham.
Yeah.
Spider Pig. Spider Pig.
I'm trying to see Space Jam or just another live action Looney Tune crossover, but it's gonna be the Duck Dodgers in space.
Mm.
Oh, I love Duck Dodgers.
That seems like it'd be.
Looney Tunes back in action was really cool with Brendan Fraser.
Mm-hmm.
The GOAT.
The GOAT.
Goat of our childhood.
The
really
Page Master was also really good.
Joe was right. Brendan Fraser was our Indiana Jones.
He was.
Yeah.
George of the Jungle, The Mummy.
Mm-hmm.
He was the action star of our childhood.
Blast from the Past. Monkey Bone. You guys seen Monkey Bone? That's a more niche
Monkey
one.
Bone. Yeah.
Oh, I have seen Monkey Bone. That movie's kind of freaky.
Yeah, it's weird, but it's cool.
We can get down with freaky.
Has that
Encino Man. He was Encino Man.
Yeah, that's one where he's a caveman, right?
Yeah. With the cameo in G.I. Joe. I don't know if he was supposed to play a bigger role, but he was a cameo in that movie for no reason.
Should have been a reason though. Was there a follow-up movie for that?
Yeah, but
we don't talk about it.
There was, yeah, it kind of sucked.
Like there was like a George of the Jungle 2, but they didn't cast him.
What? There was a George of the Jungle 2?
Didn't he not want to return for that?
In the movie, like in George of the Jungle 2, because I watched it when I was a kid, the main actor breaks the fourth wall and literally tells the audience that the studio was too cheap to pay him. Like that was that was the line that he says. He says it in like
company too cheap to pay Brendan Fraser.
Yeah, exactly. He says it in like George of the Jungle way. He's like,
no
company's
way.
too cheap.
That's crazy.
And I'm pretty sure it was like a direct to home video sequel, like one of those.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, by now they probably cut that scene, but that's probably why Brandon Fraser went away. Kind of disrespected.
So they want me to do this shit?
Uh-huh.
No,
yeah,
didn't he?
Probably around that same time.
Yeah. No, isn't he kind of like he's kind of like a survivor, isn't he? Of the industry in terms.
Oh, is he really?
Yeah, he's a Me Too.
Oh yeah, that's why he went away from the spotlight.
Make two victim.
Yeah.
Poor dude.
There was like an exec, who was definitely like during his prime. I'd supposedly taken advantage of him. It's crazy.
I hate that.
That's why this comeback is deserved.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. Have you guys seen The Whale?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god!
I've only seen.
I love how they changed the aspect ratio for the whole movie. It was so smart.
Yeah,
he awesome. Literally didn't fit in the screen. Beautiful.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah.
It is well deserved for him to come back, especially after knowing all that stuff that happened with him. That's why it's so beautiful to see. But then when he came back for The Whale, what was also awesome was that it was a dramatic role. That he now comes back, and it's kind of like Adam Sandler, like when everyone wants to give him gripe for being like, oh, he only makes comedy movies, and then he whips out uncut gems out of nowhere. That was kind of like the stratosphere Brandon Fraser was at that point, because what we last remember him from George of the Jungle, Looney Tunes, and you just think of him as like a child actor or childhood actor where he just does funny roles, and then all of a sudden he just comes back and he just does a really dramatic role, and he killed it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was eye opening because I was like, oh fuck, another couple of years I'm gonna end up like this fucking guy. I gotta stop.
Well,
the whale is actually made from a play too, and it was really cool because I remember after I saw it, I saw that the play is only one it only has only one setting. You know, it's just like
His house,
his
his
house.
room. Yeah, and it translated on screen. Like you could kind of tell it's a play, kind of like what's that movie? Hateful Eight. Like you could kind of tell that's
Yeah,
a play too.
it was written as a stage play. Um, it was like actually, with Hateful Eight, I feel like the more accurate statement is it was written for the stage.
Transcribed to the big screen.
Yeah, exactly.
Because he didn't make a
Nice.
play out of it, did he? The Hateful Eight.
No, I mean Tarantino. I mean, it was written by Tarantino, but he wrote it as if it was a stage play.
So
Obviously,
I
he's
saw
making a movie.
one of those like actors at the studio type of interview with a bunch of filmmakers, and Tarantino was saying that's where he wants to take his career, away from movies and to plays. So I think this was kind of like his first go at it.
And practicing.
Yeah, yeah. It worked out well. I love Hateful Eight.
Hateful Eight could probably be a stage it could probably be a play right now. Like
Yeah,
I'm surprised
it's
I'm
very,
surprised it's not a play.
it's very like enter stage left. This guy.
Yeah.
There's very little like stuff for outside, like besides the beginning.
Yeah, yeah.
Just the letter. You just got to establish that letter from from Abraham Lincoln.
Do you not
later.
I love how he says it.
Oh, Mary Todd's a calling.
Yeah.
Yes,
Dude, the disbelief of Kurt
He's like, that was a good touch.
The disbelief of Kurt Russell when he realized it was fake. He was just so
got
disappointed. He got
played the whole time.
But remember him in the beginning when he first wanted to read that letter and he sees Samuel L. Jackson's character and he's just like, "Hey, so did you still got that letter? Like, let me take a peek."
He was like he had a strong emotional attachment to that letter.
He did. And then when he found out it was all fake, you're just like, damn. And it was so funny that it was Walton Goggins that called him out.
That strong sense of justice because he was the hangman.
Yeah.
And then he looked up to Abraham Lincoln to like justify it.
He did. That's why he was so let down at the end. He was like, damn, it's fake. But Walton Goggins being the one that like called him out and said like, man, that's a bullshit letter. And then he's just like, and you just see Walton Goggins laughing his ass off. Like, like there's no way that's a real letter from him.
That's such a good performance.
Yeah. I love Walton Goggins. Weird ass name, weird ass dude, but I fuck with him.
Mm-hmm.
He's cool.
That dude really came out in Sons of Anarchy as a trans woman.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he does. Oh, you haven't seen it? Like
no, I never seen Sons of Anarchy. I just saw episodes here and there when she was watching it.
You got to watch it after you finish The Sopranos.
Oh boy,
that one's a good. That's a good show too. Sons of Anarchy went a season longer than it should have, but the payoff at the end was still good. And then
I know how it ends, so there's a part of me that is like, if I ever do watch it, it would be more to just fill in.
Yeah, you got to fill in the blanks. But then you get to like the emotional ride and like one of like the top 5 like deaths in all of the screen with Opie, and you're just like, damn. You just got
Opie.
Opie, man.
Our new Kratos,
bro. Tara gets me every time.
Oh, Tara too. Opie's wife too. In the beginning.
Yeah, I was gonna say, man, that's wild.
There's a lot of deaths that were just like, damn, like this wasn't necessary, bro. Like the Opie one I kind of get because it had to drive the character, but I still didn't like it, man. I didn't want to see it. It's like I get why you did it, but why'd you have to hit me right here, like in the heart? Great show though. Definitely watch it. But Fran, have you moved on from The Sopranos anymore or no?
I'm trying to think if since when we last talked, I've seen anything else. I know there's I know Tony kind of like felt like he had to kind of like what is it? He had to like peacock for the crew. So he beat up like his bodyguard for no reason.
Oh my God.
Yo, I remember that.
yeah.
The buff
Yo.
dude.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, the buff dude.
A nice dude, bro.
Yeah,
Like-
dude was like so nice.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he
It
had
was
no
so
reason to get
unnecessary.
beat up. He was it like because he slammed the fridge door too hard or something like
he,
that?
he actually didn't even do that. He didn't even like. Tony accused him of doing something that he didn't even do.
Uh-huh.
But the fact that he answered back to him
Uh-huh.
was like enough for Tony to, because that's what the
Set
guy
him
was.
off.
That was the guy. That's what the guy was apologizing for in the next episode. So I did see the following episode. He was saying
Yeah.
like, he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, Tone." He's like, I shouldn't have like answered back at you." You know, he was apologizing just for answering him, because he even says in the next episode when he's apologizing, "But I just really don't remember ever closing like
The
fridge."
like uh-huh.
He like he didn't even.
Nah.
So he even said, and then Tony's been all nice, like, "No, don't worry."
Yeah.
All of a sudden, he's being nice.
just go look
He
it
gets
off.
that shit treatment, and the bartender gets that shit treatment.
Oh, yeah, the bartender, not him, bro.
And I'm just kind of like, God damn, Tony, like you're getting.
Mm-hmm.
But I know, but like, yeah, just getting worse and worse. It's too much stress, man. Like I kind of get it. Like, that's kind of where I mean, like if we were to break down the logic behind it, it just all checks out. Because god damn, it must be super fucking stressful to be like a mob boss, to be like a head honcho. Like
Yeah.
that shit does not seem easy.
Yeah.
It costs to pay to be the boss.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
For that moment, it was. I want to remember correctly because I don't want to spoil anything. Did the Gyron did the?
He's getting stressed because people are like undermining him.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
People were like second guessing him, and he felt like he needed to just make an example of somebody. And he was like, "All right, well, let me pick the buffest dude in the
that's
room."
after Malenga, right, Gyron?
Yeah, he already got shot.
Oh, okay, all right, cool. That's
Not
what I
by him,
didn't.
but
That's
dude.
what I didn't want to spoil.
I remember talking about it
Oh, okay.
with
all right.
friends.
All right, cool. All right, so I'm not spoiling anything. Yeah, because he had just gotten shot. He's recovering back, so he's trying to like show that I'm still strong and I'm still the top dog around here, even though I just got shot. So that's the psychology of it too. That why he did what he did. Because like I said, like it was out of nowhere, like for no reason whatsoever. But just because he kind of felt like a certain way around all these tough macho guys that like, and he kind of witnessed it too when people like pass judgment to the other Dons for like showing emotion or looking weak. That he's like, all right, I don't want to have this attitude with this crew. Like, so I got
That's
to make
so
sure.
crazy.
Dude, that wedding episode is so good because of what
Yeah.
you're talking about.
Uh-huh.
Like Johnny Sack
Yeah.
just like crying because they take his daughter away. I
No,
was
they
like,
took him
God
away at
damn.
the wedding
Like,
night.
No, he gets taken
Yeah,
away,
he gets taken away.
right?
Yeah.
because he gets taken away. Yeah,
He gets
yeah.
taken away
This season
prematurely.
is so good because like that wedding episode is already one of the best episodes in the whole series to me.
Yeah.
And then the episode where what's his face like leaves because he gets outed, he gets caught at the gay bar. Like that-
Yeah,
that-
Vito.
That episode and storyline is so fucking good too.
Uh-huh.
I'm
I
like, dang,
think
this
we-
season is like, yeah.
That's satisfying.
The thing with that episode is that we see all the kind of the hypocrisies of the family clash.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
We see that it means nothing. It
Uh-huh.
absolutely means nothing. Though if the whole point is, oh, we're in this family to watch out for our other families and take care of our other families.
Mm-hmm.
But if that's the case, why are they talking shit on Johnny Sacks if he's showing emotion
Yeah.
for what's going on with his family? Isn't that the whole point?
Uh-huh.
It really shows like how like Tony, again, just being in the position that he's in, he actually like his initial reactions to both things are very empathetic. Like
Mhm.
his initial reaction to Johnny Sack and even what his own guys were saying. Like his like Sack's number 2, I forget that dude's name. Was
Phil?
like saying like, yeah.
Phil? Leotardo.
Phil Leotardo.
Leotardo.
I think it might have been Leotardo.
The
Yeah,
dude
the
with
dude
the
that always
white
does
hair.
Johnny Sack's bidding, basically, because Sack is
Yeah,
like
I
in
think it's Phil.
the prison. Like he was talking shit about his own boss, and Tony was like, "Yo, like this dude is like have some fucking like understanding. This dude, like, just saw his daughter get married and got taken away, and he said that to everybody in that circle there. So kind of showing like some empathy." And then people were just like, "No, you just can't cry. You can't cry like a woman. You can't be the leader of a mob boss and cry like a woman." So just like the toxic masculinity. And then even with what's the dude's name who ran away, who got outed?
Vito.
Vinny. Oh, Vinny.
Yeah,
Vinny.
Vito.
Vito.
Even Vito, like Tony, his initial reaction was kind of like, "All right, like like it's kind of like it's a new modern day, like." Is it really that big of an issue? Do we really have to kill him? Tony actually was suggesting just demoting him.
Yeah.
And then people were telling Tony, like,
"No, we got off.
Like, I'm not going to work with him. I'm not going to
here's the thing.
I'm not gonna, yeah.
I don't think Tony really meant that because Vito was his highest earner.
His highest earning,
Yeah.
right? That's
Yeah,
true.
so I think he just put up that facade because of that. Like, oh, I can't lose this guy. He's too valuable for me, despite all that other stuff.
Yeah.
He's just putting up a face, saving face, or whatever.
I will say this.
I don't think he meant it.
When
With the demotion, right?
when they were still expecting him to come back, but then realized that he wasn't, like he just ran away. I do think he was kind of debating just like not going after him. I think he even like he was running that by Silvio, and Silvio was kind of like, no, you gotta find him. Like you can't just let him walk away like that. And it's just kind of like, God damn, like Tony's pretty much like damned if he did, damned if he didn't.
Yeah. Because he was like stuck in between a rock and a hard place. Because like how you said, great earner. But then you also have your entire crew just saying like, you got to off this dude. Like you can't just
being hella homophobic, basically.
Yeah, but like I think the session between Melfi and Tony is where like you really got the emotion out, like the real side of Tony of what he wanted to do.
He's a fag.
Yeah. Well, he says
So
that
what?
he remember he was just like he's a fag.
Oh.
Yeah. But he did say at the end when he was talking to her, he was like, at the end of the day though, like if it's him, then like off to you, like good, like go live your life, like whatever.
Yeah, that's
like,
what I remember.
Absolutely.
Yeah, like that's what he really wanted to do at the end, but it was just the pressure of the mafiosos of being like, no, you got to like get rid of this. I'm not going to work with him. That really drove him at the end to make that decision. Well, he didn't make the decision at the end, obviously, but
Brian, did you see how all that turned out? Are you there yet, or is that?
I still need to see how that resolves.
Okay.
no, okay.
But it's such a compelling like parallel plot line to me. You know?
Yeah.
It kind of says a lot, and it's kind of crazy thinking about how this show was actually going on in the 2000s. You know,
Ahead of its time, man.
Yeah, exactly. Where people's perspectives were starting to change. I mean, we're not even like 100% there now, obviously.
No.
But people's like there was like a lot of conversation still about LGBT rights going on at that time. And all that stuff. So it kind of is a bit of like this fair way of thinking is like it's a way of thinking that at some like is starting to go like not extinct, but the world is just kind of changing, at least in that part.
Yeah.
You know, and like in that aspect of it, basically it's. I love the world is changing around them, and and like how does that affect a mob family, basically, because the world is not going to stop changing,
That's right, and I see throughout the whole show they're kind of stuck on wanting the old ways. Excuse me. Like, oh, we got to do this old-fashioned way, but then when that comes up, they don't. Especially Tony, he like shies away from that because he's like, oh, it's not the old school anymore. We're running the
Yeah.
shit now.
Mm-hmm.
So he's always preaching the old ways, but always showing the other ways.
Yeah.
Especially
Yeah.
with what's
Well,
that guy's name?
the old ways are also fading too. Like just in general, like everything around them is changing.
Right.
Yeah, like all the
Like
corporate.
their like all the society. You
Mm-hmm.
know I mean the just like the feds in general are starting to get a whiff.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
You know, everything's kind of crumbling around them. It's kind of like they're trying to double down on their times when it's like clearly like past those times.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, because like you have to remember, like even in the first episode or the first season, when he first starts going to Melfi, he mentions that he's just like, I feel like I came at a time where all the good times are over. Like when like the golden years of being in the mafia are gone now, and now I have to deal with like this new wave and this new wave of like era and learning the system, dodging all these things, and it's a lot of obstacles that he has to like face now. But that is also because like how you guys said, the world's changing either way, no matter what. Even though you're in the mob and you want to stick stuck in the old ways, the world's over here. You can't just stay here. You got to adapt and evolve and move forward.
Yeah, but the thing about Tony is that he only preaches it when it
Yeah,
suits him.
convenient. Yeah, but that's where it goes to your point of like the hypocrisies of it, that they'll change the rules around when it's convenient to them.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Because I think Johnny Sack was like the most like, the rules are just established and it's for everybody and that's just it, and that's what made him a great character to me, was that he was kind of like a straight shooter. I was like, no, this is what the rules dictate, and I don't care if you're like a capo or you're a soldier, you follow these rules. But everybody else kind of had like that problem of being like, no, like, well, I don't like that rule, and then they had an issue with it. And that's where you had like the Phil Leotardos of everyone, where like they want to go ahead and switch things up, even though like there's a new way of going about shit.
Hmm.
But I
I think that also is a bit of the uh like the antagonist of the past couple of seasons, Richie, and I forget the other dude's name. Um,
Richie and
that the
the dude from the Matrix, the Cipher.
yes, yeah,
Fuck, what's his
Ralph?
name?
yeah,
Ralph.
Ralphie, yeah, Richie and Ralphie.
Mm-hmm.
Like they were pretty much people who just didn't like how Tony ran things, you know, and always broke the rules that Tony had established. Like they just
Yeah.
could not help themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
But
yeah, they especially Richie. He was just so hell bent on the old ways,
Yeah.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and that's when Tony told him straight up. He's like, "I'm the motherfucker that runs the fucking thing."
Mm-hmm.
He's like, "Shit's changing. Get on the boat or get off."
that's an iconic line.
Yeah, that other
Yeah,
dude
yeah.
too.
I'm the motherfucker who runs this.
The old fucking dude. He comes out
The
later
one
on.
with the guy with the TVs.
Yeah, him. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was also challenging Tony left and right. Everybody like he would like that would listen to him. He'd just badger Tony about. He'll be like, "Oh, like the boy king, like he's over here running things and throws a tantrum when things don't go his way and all this stuff."
Well, yeah, that's
Oh
the thing
yeah,
because everything that Tony has showed them is that if you get put away, you don't get taken care of. Your family doesn't get taken care of. You
Yeah.
are essentially just forgotten about, and this whole thing about family
Mhm.
doesn't mean shit. And they saw
Yeah.
it firsthand.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's why they were like, "Hey, yo, actually, nah, this isn't this new way. This new wave isn't working for us
Mhm.
because we just get abandoned,
Yeah.
even though we're all part of the family
Mhm.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
they all put on a pedestal so much that it means nothing. It just means nothing."
No, it doesn't, because like even when Tony was in the hospital, remember that moment?
Yes.
Remember that moment when what's his fucking shit? What's his name? Paulie. When Paulie
Yeah.
didn't want to fork over the cash because he was already complaining. He was like, "Why do I got to give her the money and all this
They
stuff?"
were already abandoning him
Yeah, like,
too.
and he's like not even
Well,
out.
Silvio was already starting to think about being the
Yeah.
uh
Uh-huh.
like being the replacement
Uh-huh.
for Tony.
And that's what sent him to the hospital. That was funny, man.
And Paulie, going back to the whole family theme of it all, like Paulie at this season, the concept of family to Paulie means nothing. Like, it's like after after the discovery of his own parenting, like
exactly,
family doesn't mean anything to him at this point in this season.
His sense of family gets stripped away at every aspect of his life, and he has nothing.
Yeah. I can't wait for you to really finish it, because then we can go.
I can already tell that Paulie's a ticking time bomb. Like, so I'm excited to see what's gonna end up happening with him.
Yeah, I can't wait to discuss the after of it with about him specifically, because I saw a few clips of like breaking down all the character arcs and everything, and I was like, his is the most interesting one that I found most appealing. But when you get to the end, that's where I was like, we could really dive into all the dynamics of everybody and like what the outcome of the show was.
I feel like Chrissy in the early part of the series, like, had one of, if not the most interesting side character arc. But then he kind of takes the backseat in the more recent seasons.
What's Chrissy up to now, and where you're watching, friend?
Well, so it's interesting. Like, Chrissy is kind of trying to egg on Tony when it comes to like showing power, like the whole showing power aspect of it. So like Chrissy was kind of like when they decided to do that favor for Johnny Sack. Chrissy was like, "Bro, we should just do it. Like, why are we calling anyone from Italy? You know, like, let's handle our own business."
Okay.
And basically, like, also like where Chrissy stood when it came to Vito, where it came to Johnny Sack, he was like in agreement with what everyone else was thinking. Basically, like Johnny Sack was being too emotional, Vito being gay is a problem, and so like Chrissy is basically on the whole like egging on Tony.
They're catching up, bitch. You gotta go. That scene was hilarious. I will say
this: his sound bites are funny in this season. Like, for Chrissy, like him taking a backseat is just him just saying whatever is on the top of his mind. That is one thing about him, I guess, as you could say, is that he speaks like, because he doesn't have what's her face anymore, Adriana. He doesn't have someone to go back home to vent. Yeah. So I think he just speaks his mind much more liberally now. Like, he just says whatever the fuck is on his mind.
He has no filter.
Yeah. He has no filter.
No, yeah, he's spot on it, and he's just carrying all those emotions. Like how you said, like he has that person to vent to. Now she's gone, so like he's just holding everything in. And we know how that is when you hold shit in. It's never good.
Damn, I want to watch Sopranos.
Yeah, dude, for real, huh? I've been seeing clips of it, and I've been tempted, but I'm like, I gotta finish Entourage, bro. Like, and I'm still like in like the first 5 episodes of Entourage of watching it, so I'm like, I'm still not even fully in it yet. I feel so. I'm kind of like eyeing The Sopranos again, but I'm like, let me let Fran finish first, then I'll rewatch all over again.
I wish I actually. It was 11 p.m. last night, and I was debating watching an episode. And I had just finished watching Night of the Living Dead, like the classic black and white film from the 60s.
Yeah.
And I was kind of like still in the mood to watch more stuff, and I was debating either watching another like classic horror film or The Sopranos. And at the end of the day, I was like, I'm just gonna go to bed because I know I was gonna play softball. Like, I'm not gonna, and try to avoid a late night. But this conversation makes me also want to watch an episode.
Yeah, watch it because I
had a marathon the other day of a scary movie.
He's like, instead, I just looked out the window and saw everybody celebrating. Enjoyed that. Those are the white noise that put me to sleep.
I also debated watching Scary Movie too, though. Actually, that was one of the movies I was like, oh, maybe I should watch Scary Movie just to kind of refresh.
Yeah.
Well, the first two are like you could tell the the Wayne's influence for sure compared to the other three.
Mm-hmm.
4 and 5 were pretty bad.
Yep.
Skippable.
Very.
Three I feel like it was good enough because I feel like Charlie Sheen was really good in that movie,
Mm-hmm.
and the guy from The Naked Gun also was really good.
Oh yeah, as the president.
Oh, Leslie Nielsen.
And
R.I.P.
the because like pretty much like the only difference was that they didn't have the Wayne brothers, right? So
Mm-hmm.
like having Charlie Sheen and that other white dude come in, who I think like both of them together were hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
Having the little kid and Cindy and Brenda still. And
Yeah.
then
Well, Charlie
obviously,
Sheen wasn't new to spoof movies, so he had that comedy timing down.
hmm
Mm-hmm.
like I think they did well for like for, I guess just for what they had.
Fucking Ja Rule.
That's the three is the signs.
Yeah, the
pretty
signs,
one,
the
right?
Ja Rule when he's in the office and then he's
Yeah,
just
it was
like
like
he's
it was like The
this.
Ring
Like,
and
hold up.
He's like, what is that? He's like, it's Tupac, sir. And then the president gets on the thing. He was like, yeah, fuck
Is it because
that.
three is the one with Kevin Hart, right? Isn't that the?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Kevin
that's
Hart,
right.
Anthony Anderson.
Because they
Anderson.
do 8 Mile in that movie too.
Uh-huh.
It's a spoof of that movie.
Now that I think about it, 3 is not that bad. It's pretty
No, it's
The
not.
three-
iconic
I like
too.
three.
Three solid.
Three solid.
I think on 4 they started getting into the route of like having a bunch of like celebrity cameos,
Yeah.
and then I think that's where it kind of like starts to lose its magic.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't a
And-
fan of the protagonist in 4.
Oh no.
Yeah, no,
That
like,
guy was just not funny to me.
No, he wasn't.
like that dude is like one of the guys who, because like in 5, like they bring back the guy from 3, so the guy from 4 is actually like only in 4, and like, and obviously like that in that movie they don't bring back the guy from 3,
Yeah.
and they kill Charlie Sheen in like the first like 10 minutes.
Mhm.
So you have
Oh, I
like this
remember
tandem.
that.
Yeah.
So you have this
Although
like this
that
tandem
death
of
was
Anna,
funny,
Anna
though.
Faris and this new guy.
Yeah. Charlie Sheen's death in the 4 was funny though. All that Viagra he took.
Viagra.
And he just ends up with an enormous dong
The-
and then he falls.
To be honest, that would
Grudge-
be a way that Charlie Sheen goes.
Yeah.
the
that's
grudge
why-
part was
Especially
the
that
the
era,
grudge part
Charlie
was
Sheen,
funny.
Tiger Blood Charlie Sheen,
Winning.
Uh-huh.
Winning.
winning. Yeah,
But what were you
Because
saying? You were saying, G?
the grudge
The grudge.
the grudge scene is in 4.
Oh, when they just like Missy, oh, what was it? It just named a bunch of fucking yeah.
Did you start naming fucking Japanese brands?
Yoshinora, what? Rishi, Roshimi.
And then the I'm just trying to grab some nuts scene is also in 4.
Oh, true.
Oh, that's in 4.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was in 3.
The Broback Mountain scene.
Yeah, no, I thought it was 3 too, but
That was the only time I fuck with that main dude was when Kevin Hart, Anthony Anderson were saying that story, and then he was like just like listening to it and be like, "Whoa, what the fuck did I just listen to?" And he's like, and Kevin Hart's just like, "Why would you tell her that? I just met him right now."
no,
Fucking
the like
weird.
like there's some parts in 4, but like you just don't remember or care about the story at all. So I think just that reason alone, it's like not good.
I honestly didn't even know there was a 5.
Yeah, the 5th one is
Yeah.
like the one with like the guy from 3 and Ashley Tisdale, and they're doing like a paranormal activity. Like
The guy from 3, you mean like Charlie Sheen's brother?
yeah,
Oh, really?
Okay.
He comes back on that one?
yeah, he comes back for the 5th one.
Oh, I skipped that one. I have not seen it till this day.
Yeah, no, it's definitely like the worst one.
You what it, Yuri?
I skipped it because I skipped
Oh.
bad movies, and that's a bad
Okay,
movie.
gotcha.
And that's a bad movie. Why would I skip
Okay,
a good
okay,
movie?
okay.
Why would I skip a good movie? It doesn't make fucking sense. But anyways, we're not gonna go down this rabbit hole again.
The thing is like someone can ask you, "Oh, I haven't seen this movie. Should I watch it?" And you can answer to them being like, "Oh, it's a good movie, but you can skip it. Like you don't have to watch it."
No, why would I tell
Yeah, I
you
mean,
to
like,
skip a
that's-
good movie? It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, but some people are trying to be efficient with their time. Some people are trying to be like, all right, but is it like,
Be
is it
And
skippable
that
or is it like a required reading?
what Fran is
be
saying right now is
efficient.
exactly why we own. I showed my mom Dark Knight Rises only.
Be efficient in appreciating a good trilogy. It does not make sense, man. Like, why would you
The thing
skip a
is that
good
it just doesn't
movie?
add anything. It really just doesn't add anything.
It's the
It is
appreciation of a
it is
good
skippable by those
trilogy.
standards. Like I
No.
think it's a solid movie. Like I think it's okay. I don't think it's a good movie. Like I am going to be
Uh-huh.
transparent about that. I don't think it's a good movie.
It
That's
just
Um
that
that.
one happens to be both skippable and not a good
No,
movie.
it's not. It's not a terrible movie. I'm just
it
saying,
isn't a terrible
in
movie.
a scope of a trilogy superhero movie, that trilogy stands out as one of the best ones out there. That's all I'm saying is that as a whole, it works out. And then if you watch the first one and then you watch Dark Knight Rises, you appreciate it all come together if you're a diehard fan, which you guys are not, and that's fine. But I'm not gonna skip a good movie. Period.
A
That does
diehard
not.
fan of what? The trilogy or of Batman?
No, Batman. Like I would not skip a Batman movie. But that's just
I mean,
me
Batman
because
Begins is pretty solid.
yeah, like I'm
I
not
mean,
like it's not
like I don't think it's a bad movie. I think it would be a good movie.
Did you see
I don't think it's
Suicide
as good.
Squad?
I don't think it's as good as the other two, for sure. It's
no,
definitely
yeah,
like
100%.
the worst out of the three. But I mean, I think it's good. Like I like it just as much as Man of Steel, which I think is probably the best DC movie that came out of that DC universe.
Did Man of Steel have a sequel?
Batman
Batman
versus
vs
Superman, I
Superman.
think.
Is Man of Steel skippable?
Yeah.
Mm, I wouldn't skip it because I think everything after that is skippable.
I can't vouch for Superman movies because I'm a diehard Batman fan. That's just my favoritism towards
So
Batman.
you've seen every movie that Batman comes out in?
Most of them, yeah. Probably just not
What
the
do you think
early
about
ones.
the Flash?
Huh?
What do you think about the
No,
Flash?
well, I didn't watch The Flash. I didn't watch that one. I just saw Batman v Su
Oh,
because that's a Flash movie. It's not a Batman movie,
Batman has a big
Batman's in
part in
it.
that movie.
but it's still a Flash movie. It's not Batman.
So skip.
So skip.
I could skip it
Skip.
because I heard it
That's
was
what-
terrible too. I heard it
Come
was
on, Skip.
terrible. Skip. Come on, skip.
To be fair though, I did watch The Dark Knight first before I watched Batman Begins, and I didn't see Batman Begins until like a couple years after I watched The Dark Knight,
hmm
and like it didn't really change how I felt about The Dark Knight or The Dark Knight Rises. So I think it is skippable in
You're
terms of
still
like
comparing
There we go.
you
There we
still
go.
comparing like
That's the point right there.
no. That's fine. If you want to go out of order, that's fine. I'm still saying that Batman Begins is a good movie and it's not skippable.
It's skippable.
No.
It's skippable.
I
It ain't
think
skippable.
your opinion of it being a good movie, like that's just opinions. Like you can be 100% like valid in that.
hmm
Also
It's your
wrong.
truth. No,
No.
it's your truth.
You're
But
wrong.
I feel like there's a lot going against it in the skippable because like Casino like I'm glad you mentioned Skyfall because in the Daniel Craig James Bond movies like if you wanted to watch those like Casino Royale is a legitimately like good fun James Bond movie, but if someone was like, "Oh, I hear Skyfall is like phenomenal, like the best one out of all of these," I would tell them like, "Yeah, like you can skip, you can just watch Skyfall." Even though Casino Royale is a good movie, Quantum of Solace is skippable and a bad movie because that one's like the middle. That one sucks. But Casino Royale, which is the first one, so similar to Batman Begins, it just like Skyfall just stands so like great on its own as a movie. You don't need Casino Royale to kind of like you can skip it. But if you want to enjoy just a good movie, go ahead and watch it. But it is skippable,
Mhm.
you know.
Right. All right. So follow up question
Like the
then.
Mission Impossible
If
movies. I think those are kind of skippable too.
if if someone doesn't know anything about the Batman lore, is Batman Begins still skippable?
Well, who doesn't know Batman?
No, I'm just saying there's
That's
someone
kinda
out
hot.
there. There's someone out there that doesn't know about it. Skippable or not?
I don't know. I think
You don't know the lore of it.
I find it. I find it hard to believe that there is anyone out there, but
I'm asking you a scenario right now.
All right,
You
Yuri,
find the
that one person who doesn't know it can't watch
Well, I
a
guess
bad movie. Then.
the question would be like, ask yourself this then, like would you recommend, like which movie out of the three would you recommend, like somebody to watch?
Ooh, and I
All of
bet
them.
you it's not Batman Begins.
All of them. Well, no. If you're picking
No,
one,
you gotta choose
all of
one.
them?
yeah. No, if
Now
you
you're
have to
copping
pick
out.
one, obviously, I've already stated that the following two are supremely better. However,
But
if
if somebody
I'm
was
talking,
like, "Yo,
talking about
like,
here.
no,
I
because
want
we're
one movie
talking.
to watch today, like one really good, like
Uh-huh.
one really good Batman movie to watch today, like what Batman movie am I watching?"
Right, but also the beginning of it was like if you know the background of Batman of the beginning of this whole argument too, because we had brought up Thor, for example. You had said the general population didn't know the Thor series, and that's fine, and that's why we started with one. But we could all agree Thor 1 as a story was horseshit, right?
Yeah, it wasn't that
It
exciting.
wasn't good, right?
It
But
wasn't
you
really good.
still arguing that you need it because the general population didn't know about Thor, like that whole story. Now again, if I'm giving an intro to Batman, of course I'm going to show him Batman Begins. If I find that one person
The
that
thing is,
knows nothing about
That's
Batman,
cap.
if they know
That's
nothing
cap.
about Batman,
It's
and I'm
like-
telling them to like watch a good series of Batman, I'm pointing to the Batman trilogy.
If people in Mexico know Goku, you think they're not gonna know fucking Batman?
I'm
Who's not gonna know
still
Batman?
I'm still saying there is going to be one person out there in the world. It will be very hard to find, I will admit, but I'm still asking you in the scenario. If I find
Some
that one
fucking
person,
Indonesian person.
am I telling them to skip Batman Begins to get the whole scope of the Batman story? No, I am not doing that.
there are more ways to get Batman's origin story, though. Like, I kind of feel like Batman Begins is still skippable to me because I almost
I mean,
might recommend something else, like a
they
different kind
kind
of
of talk about
media.
it in three. They kind of talk about it in three, so you kind of don't have to talk about it.
But to get the full
That-
appreciation of the character, you get the rise, the fall, the rise, and then the fall and the rise again. That's what you're there for. The whole entire
What?
ride. The whole entire
think
ride.
about-
bro.
I just think about my experience, like my first time experience watching The Dark Knight, and I'm kind of like, all right, well, Batman, rich orphan, with a sense for justice, does his, has a day job that's just like a guy being rich, and then has a night job of just like kicking thugs' asses. And like the movie just starts like The Dark Knight. It just starts off with introducing you to Joker, and that's just kind of like the fueling. Like he's the engine for that whole movie. And then when you finally do check in with Batman, you're like, rich guy. All right, you're seeing him day job. Like this is daytime Bruce Wayne. And then nighttime comes and he's on. Actually, well, the first time you see Bruce Wayne is later. The first time you see Batman is when it's all like the
parking structure.
the parking structure, all like the pretend Batman.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, technically that's the first time you see Batman. Yeah.
So that's the first
And-
guy that the new
and I just
guy,
kinda
the guy
feel
that's
like it's
never
like-
seen Batman is going to see an imposter Batman.
Yeah, but I think, but the story is like, yeah, this is not our like the actual like it makes it very clear like who are the posers and who's like the real deal. And I don't know, it's just, like there's just at every moment it's just kind of like I think Batman is just that kind of story where you can just be dropped in and you're just kind of like, all right, let's like so for example, like Homecoming Spider-Man, like the Tom Holland one, like we didn't even get Spider-Man's origin like anymore. We just kind of like I don't know. It's a bit of
We
like
actually never got his origin.
Yeah, maybe Batman
Still haven't.
Begins suffers from origin story syndrome, which is a bit of like
Yeah, which Spider-Man
there
does
are
too.
fictional characters.
Mm-hmm.
there are fictional characters, just like in the pop culture zeitgeist, that you kind of just don't really need that anymore, you know? Or like it's
Well,
hard to justify it, you know?
here's the question then. Does origin story mean what makes Spider-Man Spider-Man, or just how he became Spider-Man? Because if that's the case, we do see the origin, because the origin of Spider-Man is the with great power speech. And we do see that in Tom Holland.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I see
And the
what you're
origin
saying. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, and like Robert Pattinson Batman, that's where he becomes Batman. He was already Batman for 2 years, but it was that story, that arc, that made him what is we know as Batman.
And in Batman Begins, I can argue that his origin story comes from fighting the crime of Gotham, of seeing how bad Gotham was, to then now him having to rise and beat his mentor and save Gotham.
The difference with that is that one is completely skippable.
No. You see, if you're just gonna get stuck
Not
with
even an
that,
argument,
like,
just
no, if you're just gonna get stuck with that, then that's your whole argument. Then I know how you are. You're just gonna keep saying that, and that's fine.
Of
But
course.
I'm just saying,
I
as a
just wanna,
story,
I just wanna rage bait you.
like it doesn't make sense. Like you're doing the same thing as the Sopranos. You're stretching the rules for yourself to benefit you because you're arguing the same thing with the Spider-Man thing.
Yeah,
So at
I
the
I
end,
agree with you.
and at the end, that's why I was like, I don't even want to continue this conversation with you because I knew where you were gonna go. Like I knew it. Like you just wanted to keep it going. I was like, all right, here he goes again. I know it, but we're here on the pod, so I'll go ahead and address it. So yeah, Batman Begins is not skippable. Go fuck yourself.
I don't know, man.
That's
I
all
don't
right.
know.
I mean, it's a
That's all
cute
right. You're
movie. I
not
mean, you
loony
should
enough
watch it.
anyways, too. So it's
Like if
fine.
you
If you
like
have
Batman.
nothing else to do and you have nothing else going on,
Like I'm a very chronological kind of person, so like I don't mind going from the beginning from things. But some people, I mean, might just skip it. But
that's what I'm saying. Like, I think there are people who are genuinely like completionists. You
Yeah.
know,
Mhm.
like they wanna make sure they just get the whole enchilada pretty much, but not like I don't think that's your average person. Like, I think your average person is like, all right, like, oh, there's a I honestly think if someone was like, oh, I want to watch a Batman movie,
Mhm.
I would not suggest, like, and they've never watched a Batman movie. I really don't think the one that I tell them to watch is Batman Begins. I think the one I will tell them to watch is just Dark Knight. Even if it doesn't make sense to them, like, oh, but like, I don't think the question of, okay, oh, but how is, why is he Batman, or any of that stuff.
Mhm.
For some reason, I just feel like that just won't come up, and I feel like they're just going to enjoy the Dark Knight without ever, needing the answer to that.
Well, I
Like,
mean,
I
I
think
I
think
they're
think
Batman v
that's
Soup did it in like 3 minutes with no dialogue and just flashback.
that movie sucked, though. I will say that.
yeah. That doesn't even count. Like no, but I think the real question should be like when you ask somebody that, do you want to watch this chronologically or are you okay with skipping like the origins and figuring out why he became who he was? I think that's the question you'd have to go about whether you're going to go ahead and suggest a movie like cuz like you guys said the popularity is already known, the origins already known. But if you have this one person that doesn't know anything about it, you're like, all right, do you want to watch the complete story or do you just want to get right to it? And that's where I'm like, all right,
well.
I can see.
Is there a scenario, Broda, where you would suggest, like, what is the scenario where you would suggest Batman Begins? Like, if someone was like, oh, I want to just see the story from the beginning.
Yeah, do you want to see the story from the beginning and do you want to appreciate an entire trilogy of work? Not just the one movie, where I think you're just getting stuck at where I've been saying my point is as an entire trilogy, it
But
was a
no, but
great
but
one
this
to
person just wants to watch one movie. This person's like, yo, I want to watch a Batman movie because I've never seen any Batman movie. What Batman movie
Yeah,
would I
they're not
watch?
gonna watch
Would
all
you
three of
say
them. Yeah.
would
Okay,
you say
if
like,
you're
oh,
pointing like
I'm gonna recommend
yeah.
Batman Begins?
No, gun in my head, I'm not going to say Batman Begins. But then that would also mean I'm disrespecting other movies of it too. So I would ultimately pick The Dark Knight.
There's a lot of good Batman movies.
That's why.
Like some
So
people
I'm
really
like-
like the ones from the 90s.
Yeah, like
And then
the
some
ones
people
with
really like the Robert Pattinson one.
Yeah, the Michael Keaton ones, they were goated. The one with Danny DeVito, that was a great one too. But you see, like, I'm also like, if you have to have me pick one, it's The Dark Knight. But that doesn't mean I didn't like The Dark Knight Rises. That doesn't mean I didn't like Batman Begins. That doesn't mean I didn't like the Tim Burton versions either. So
Okay, here's my next question.
Uh-huh.
So that person said, "Oh, I want to watch a Batman movie. I only have time to watch one." You said The Dark Knight.
Mm-hmm.
So it would be it would be skipping Batman Begins. Like they would just be jumping right into The Dark Knight.
Well, yeah, but again, you're going into like, you're having me pick one movie. If you're having me pick like, all right, do you want an appreciation of the entire character, or do you just want to get into it, just watch one movie? That's where like the difference is.
But I feel like also low key, like if Batman Begins was just a banger, then we would just tell the people to start from the beginning, like from other movies, because I think like Fellowship banger, like New Hope banger, like you wouldn't really tell them to be like, oh, you know what, maybe like skip ahead.
You said
be
A
like,
New
no,
Hope. You said
Just
you
watch,
liked the
just watch Return of the King.
you didn't
Yeah.
like. You said,
Goes right there.
You probably wouldn't really do that.
but you just said A New Hope, and you're like, you like the sequels, the prequels better.
Well, yeah, but I mean, if you're judging them based off like the trilogy of like from where it comes from, because I also would like, well, actually, I would probably tell I would, well, which ones are skippable from the first trilogy? I think they all kind of like have their own. I don't think
There's no
they're
skips.
all like. Yeah, because they're all
Some
similar.
trilogies have no skips.
They're not like terrible to me.
So where would you go?
Lord of the Rings
Would you go
doesn't have
prequel,
doesn't
or you
have
go
a skip either.
with the Lord of the Rings?
Yeah, I'm just saying that Lord of the Rings doesn't have a skip either. But I think the original trilogy of Star Wars doesn't have a skip either.
What about the prequel
I'd skip the
trilogy?
first Hobbit.
What was the question?
The prequel Star Wars? Because I know Gyron's not a
Oh, the
fan of the
prequel
Phantom
Star Wars?
Menace.
I think there are skips in the prequel Star Wars, but I actually am a fan of those.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think skip I think arguments could be made for skipping 1 and 2. Not like you would only be able to skip 1, to be honest. Like if you're making an argument for it, I think you can only either say that 1 is a skip or 2 is a skip.
Mm-hmm.
And I think there's an argument to be made that either one of those could be. But I like them. So this is me kind of like showing that like a movie that you enjoy or a movie that you might think is good could also be skippable, you know? Like it's kind of like I think clone, like if you're a person that believes episode 1 could be skipped,
Mm-hmm.
then I think you're jumping straight into Clone Wars and you're seeing this dynamic between Anakin, Ben, and you're like, okay, they're Jedi warriors. They're working for, the Council. They're you kind of understand like, this is obviously an intergalactic world, and these dudes are basically kind of like this is the justice system of this world, and then Attack of the Clones already starts feeding you like, oh, Anakin is someone who a complex character that has some dark tendencies.
Mm-hmm.
I think you can actually, I wouldn't, because I actually do enjoy all 3 of the prequels. And I also think there's an argument to skip Attack of the Clones. You get Anakin as a kid, and you're like, all right, by the end of this, Ben Kenobi is now going to be training, now he's Ben's Padawan, and then you jump straight in, like you could just assume there was a time jump, and you jump straight into 3.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm not. This is not my argument, but I think there are arguments that could be made for the prequels as some of them being skips. But I wouldn't, and because I actually enjoy that prequel trilogy as a whole. So maybe this is kind of like because you enjoy that trilogy as a whole for the Batman Begins.
Thank you.
That first one is not a skip for you, but
Mm-hmm.
I could see
But
the
it is
argument
for
being
everybody
made.
else.
Wait,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
What'd you say?
I'm just saying I could see the arguments being made.
Oh, I was asking Gyron what he said.
Oh, that it is skippable for everybody else.
I mean, that's fine, but again, like just how Fran's making his argument about the prequels of Star Wars, I'm like, you see, it fluctuates on what you define as skip.
Because of how the latest trilogy ended, are you guys kind of like just skip the whole damn thing, or is there one in there to actually recommend?
Did you like The Force Awakens, didn't you, Gyro?
I would say Force Awakens is decent because of the potential, but
Mhm.
seeing as how it all ended, I don't know. I have a strong bias towards.
I think an
towards The
argument
Force
can be
Awakens.
made to just like throw the whole thing away, like throw the whole turkey away.
And that's fair.
Like for that latest trilogy, I think an argument can be made. I actually really like the second one, which is the most bipolar.
The
yeah,
Last
like
Jedi
it's the one that
I was just about to ask
What?
Gyron. The Last Jedi. That's the sequel to
Force
The
Awakens.
Force Awakens.
Yeah,
The
the
Rian
sequel
Johnson one?
because I love that throne room scene so much, and then I actually love the whole like Luke Rey dynamic, and then Luke fighting Kylo. Like that movie works a lot, like has a lot of stuff going for it that works for me. I do hate that they kind of started setting up Poe and Boyega's character Finn. You already just kind of started seeing that they were starting to take a backseat, and that is probably my biggest criticism of that second movie. But I liked a lot of other stuff that was going on there personally.
Yeah, I personally also agree with you where I'm like, I didn't hate that one as much, but when you got to the sequel of it where you got no payoff is where you lost a lot of its points because it just went back to Palpatine and you're just like, this doesn't fucking make sense anymore. Like,
it's kind of
see how you
a
don't like
terrible
the logical
trilogy.
fallacies of the story?
yeah, no, and I agree with you, but I'm just like, there's some times where I'm like, it felt like I was like, all right, you're going a little too logically because you're just so fucking smart, Gyro, and I guess you have all the answers, huh? But in any case,
only logical, I guess.
yeah. But in any case, though, I was like, I liked The Last Jedi if it was just a standalone for itself. But just knowing what we get next is what ruins it for me. That I'm like, all right, this just doesn't go anywhere. And I really hate the whole Finn, especially taking a backseat because you hyped him up so much from the beginning to be the one to rebel, and then at the end, it just offer what? Like nothing at the end. He just takes a whole ass backseat in the third one in Rise of Skywalker, which you're like, why did we set up all these characters for? Like, it makes zero sense. The only ones that got decent payoff was probably Kylo, to be honest with you. That's about it. Like, I hated the whole Rey, oh, I'm Rey Skywalker. Bro, get the fuck out of here, man. That was such a bullshit ass thing. I was like, no way. Like, you just really killed the whole Skywalker era for me on that one little thing. Because I'm like, oh,
What
now
if she
you
was
just have
like,
to take names?
what if she was like, I'm Ray Palpatine with that?
I was
Just
So
owning
it would
her.
end with somehow Palpatine returns again.
I was more for the whole thing on The Last Jedi where they were hinting that she had no like relative that was like force sensitive, that anybody can get this force sensitive thing. That's the storyline I liked, where I was like, if it goes this route and it goes into like we see the rise of Jedis, and where I always hope we get like a big Jedi Sith civil war where like they just throw the Sith rules are like you only supposed to have two, but what if you have multiple bad guys trying to get the throne too? Where I was like, I wish you would have gone that route where you had more Jedi's come out of nowhere and they just start lightsaber battling out of nowhere. But we didn't get that. Instead, on the third one, what the last one?
Rise of Skywalker.
Rise of Skywalker. It just completely just goes back to being safe, to being Palpatine. And on top of that, you had the whole Queen Padme, like they just threw her in there to try to finish it off, but it didn't make sense, like whatsoever.
I agree.
I hate it because I love
Throw
Star
throw the
Wars.
whole throw the
Yeah.
whole thing away.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of
Yeah,
feel
that's
like
the
it's that
verdict.
kind of trilogy where like it doesn't really justify existing as a trilogy.
Yeah.
Like they're almost like I almost kind of feel like to me the first two kind of almost work as just like separate Star Wars stories
Mm-hmm.
and stuff like that because they have but the third one doesn't work in general to me,
No.
and that one just really makes the whole trilogy kind of like garbo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I also agree that I like where Kylo Ren ended. I feel like he was the character that they protected and cared for the most, and it is a satisfying thing to me, the Kylo Ren stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like everything else is just dog, it's just
Yeah.
dog feces.
Dog water.
Nope, it is
It's
dog water.
Dog water.
Straight dog water, bro. So at least we could all agree on that one, on that trilogy.
The whole thing is a skip.
Skippable.
it's a trilogy.
Skippable because it's terrible,
skip.
bro. That's a skip for sure. Like going back to the prequel ones, like 1 and 2, like I can see the arguments whether you can go back and forth, and like it's opinionated. But like at the end, as Star Wars fans, we love the whole arc of understanding where Anakin's coming from.
I feel so foolish for buying this.
Kylo Ren.
Oh, what is that? Oh, Kylo Ren.
It's like a collectible ticket when the first one came out.
But Kylo Ren is sick though. He's
Yeah,
like
he
one of the good
is.
things that came out of that.
He was like the best.
Yeah, but
the real.
I still feel like a fool.
Nah, I as a Star Wars lover like you, Gyron, I understand. Because I was like, the hype for
all his
Kylo
fight
Ren
scenes
was
were
real.
dope.
All his scenes were dope.
Yeah, 100%.
And then like the acting and the emotion to it, like it was like he was so fucking awesome as it. What's his name again? Fucking Adam Driver. Yeah. Like, he was just so built for that role. God, man, they really killed the whole They almost killed the whole franchise with that shit.
So I'm saying, man, they made illogical decisions.
I feel like if somehow a successful trilogy is made in the future, this makes this one almost like double skippable. You get me? Because oftentimes I almost kind of feel like the prequels benefited from the dissatisfaction of this trilogy. It makes people go backwards and kind of see some of the
100%.
some of the things are like, you know what, maybe some shit was actually working. At least there was like a cohesive thread going on, right? Like Lucas at least kind of had like this story of Anakin that was a driving force.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of feel like if there's a successful trilogy in the future, like this Rey trilogy is just gonna be like is gonna have such a terrible standing in history.
Yeah.
But if there's another trilogy that's worse, trust me, we're gonna revisit this one and then kind of start seeing like, oh, hey, you know what? Like Force Awakens.
No.
There will be because there are kids who grew up. No, there will be.
Well, if you think about it, the first prequel trilogies didn't really have like that great of a receiving, and honestly, I think now people appreciate it more because the new trilogy was so shite.
Yeah. And like there are kids who grew up on the new trilogy. Like Ben.
We did.
My little brother is like a huge Kylo Ren fan. So I'm saying like they get older and in their 30s and have their opinions, and a future trilogy sucks. They're gonna be they're gonna have their claim to this Rey trilogy. You know, and I feel like a lot of it is gonna be on Kylo Ren.
Yeah. But I mean that's like the one we could all agree on, that the one storyline that did stick true and did stick the landing that was good throughout was the Kylo Ren storyline. But in all the other things, like I get it, because when like Hayden Christensen, for example, when the prequels came out, all the old heads were bashing on him. But now that we're older, we're defending him and saying, yeah, he wasn't that bad, man. Like he was actually really great. And it was so wholesome to see him go back to like the Star Wars con or whatever like festival they had, and he had like the round of applause. You could see that dude wanted to cry because he was just like, damn,
Yeah,
all those old heads that were bashing me, but yet here I have this crowd that just loves and beloves, like loves me for who I am. And it was so wholesome for me when I saw that, and I was just like, yeah, because like he wasn't a bad Anakin. It might have been a bad like story and everything, but at the end he did well. Like the Revenge of the Sith is easily up there, like as one of the greatest Star Wars of all time.
Yeah. If not, has like one of the greatest scenes of all time.
Oh yeah, the
Yeah.
battle in the Mustafar system. Oh my god.
even his scenes in Attack of the Clones,
Uh-huh.
they hit so hard. I mean, his mom died in his arms. Like fuck, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
They
why.
Yeah.
all
The
hit
tenth
so
scene.
hard, and we
The
saw how
tenth
he
scene was
changed
really
after he
Uh-huh.
came back from that.
That's why I always say like Anakin was a fucking victim, bro. Like he wasn't like a bad guy. Like the
good.
bro was like
He
Homelander.
was
Like he
groomed,
was
bro.
like
He was
yeah,
groomed.
like imagine you being a kid, being taken away from your mom the way he was, and you have to abandon her, and you just have to be like Yoda right there, just being like, you just have to learn to let it go. What the fuck, bro? Like my mom died in my arms, bro. Like I can't just let it go. Like just because you guys didn't grow up with parents doesn't mean I don't have to have that same mindset. Like you had to adapt your
For
fucking therapy at that point.
Not to mention he had visions and dreams about her
Yeah.
leading up to that
Yeah.
point.
Uh-huh. Right. And instead of
They
like
got they got
uh
they gaslighted the fuck out of him. Like
oh
the whole
hell yeah,
Jedi Council just gaslighted the
100%,
fuck out of
man.
Anakin.
No, and then you had Palpatine twisting him the other way. Like, bro was like, what was he supposed to do? Like,
Was it Palpatine putting these dreams in his head? Ooh,
I don't think so much
Is
that.
that a fan theory?
I don't know.
Nah, but it's a good question though. To answer that, I don't think it was Palpatine putting this in his head. I think he was just manipulating him to like be like, all right, like keep talking to me about your mom. Okay, go ahead, and then just vent to me. Be like that one guy that I'll actually listen to
The one
you
guy
to
that
what you're saying.
listens. Yeah.
Yeah, instead of being that one like the Jedi Council who's just like, oh, you just gotta get over it, man. You're like, what the fuck, bro? Like, come on. Like, we're human beings, damn it. Like, I get they're Jedi, but damn it, that's not the way emotion works. Like, bro
Mhm.
loved his mom, like, died in his arms, and then he had to go back. And then on top of that, you had Padme twisting him too. Like, she was right there, like, all bare naked, just be like, oh, Anakin, we
She
can't.
was stressed.
She's
She
like,
was stressing
Anakin.
boy out
Yeah,
for
she's like,
sure.
Anakin, we can't. Oh my god, but I can't live without you. Oh, but we can't, because what are the Jedi gonna do? But you know what? Let's go have a baby. Like, come on, bro. Like,
I never bought that chemistry in the second one.
uh-huh.
It felt so forced. No pun
That's
intended.
yeah. That's
It
what
just it just
Go ahead.
wasn't there for me. I was just like, why are these two? And he just
I mean,
stares at her, all weird. Like
it's because in the movie before he was a kid,
Yeah.
he's like,
Yeah, that's
hey
kind of why it
Padme.
makes it hard to buy.
He
so
just
that's
stares
like
at her like that in some scenes. I was like,
the
ugh, what the fuck? This guy's a creep.
the unspoken like awkwardness that nobody really brings up.
Yeah. Now, well, we bring it up here in the pod, bro. This is
But
where
we
we
bring
bring
it
it
up
up
here.
because I was wrong. He was getting
He
groomed,
was he was being groomed.
groomed to fail. Like, leave my boy Anakin alone. He's a victim.
Mind you,
He was
he
rizzing
was
her up in the first one though. He looked at her. He's like, "Are you an angel?"
yeah, but he was
Like,
Yeah.
bro, what kind of kid says that?
He was already risen her
He
up.
was plotting too.
he was a
She.
slave, bro. That dude would have thought anybody was an angel who would rescue him.
Slave turned hero. He's essentially Django.
Jacob, you're stupid.
Oh my god.
He was essentially Jacob.
Little
But Django
Annie.
went run route, and Anakin went the other. Damn, I hate to see it, honestly.
Yeah.
But he's redeemed by episode 6. Like some argue.
Yeah, it's true, but it took a whole kid to come back and tell him something. But that's
The
again
whole rise of an empire.
the difference between
A
Django and
rebellion.
Anakin.
A rise of a rebellion.
Rebellion. Yeah.
Like Django had a guy like on his side telling him the way of life and being like, all right, like this is why I do this is why I justify it, and he breaks it down to him. Anakin had a fucking 3-foot tall Yoda being like, "Let it go," and I'm like, "What?"
Let it go.
Like, come on, like they're just stacking against my boy. That's still funny, Gyro.
Does Yoda give Luke? Does
Harry
Yoda
Potter
give
it
Luke?
would be hard to skip.
Wait, which one?
Oh yeah, Harry Potter.
Harry Potter.
Oh, that's a good question. Does Harry Potter have any skips?
I think
skips?
some. I think some could say Order of the Phoenix.
Goblet of Fire.
What?
No.
That one's like a pivotal one, unless you're.
Oh, you mean the last 5 minutes? Okay.
Not even. That whole tournament is fire.
Yeah, the whole.
That's not what he's saying though. The tournament is fire, but it's not pivotal. The pivotal moment happens in the last 5 minutes. Tell me
there's
I
gotta
am
be
wrong.
there's gotta be setup to that though, right? Like, what are the moves? What are the moves that Voldemort is making throughout that movie? If anyone remembers, 'cause it's not just like it's not just like at the.
It starts
It's not
in
like
the beginning when they crashed the Death Eaters crashed the Quidditch tournament game, like festival, I guess, after. And then we don't find out till later, but you get Mad Eye Moody, who at some point gets switched out by the other dude.
oh yeah, because of the polyjuice potion.
By was it
Peter Pettigrew?
Fudge's son, the guy from Doctor Who, the guy who plays Doctor Who.
Oh.
But yeah, and then obviously all the guidings from him throughout the tournament for Harry to pretty much help Harry throughout the tournament, which is pretty much like all of this is happening for
Harry to win so that he can go to the thing.
So he could be set up to go to see Voldemort for like the final.
You see, there's plotting. There's plotting in Goblet of Fire.
I honestly didn't remember the movie enough to.
I had a feeling you were
rage baiting again.
I think
I only remember the last 5 minutes when they touch it, they get transported, and then my boy, and then that's really all I remember.
Yeah, because I think 5, 6, and then I think part 1 of the last one are the ones that are like the weakest. I think. Because I think at that point it's like you're coming down from the build-up of Goblet of Fire, and then you're building it back up for the end.
Yeah, those are more setups.
It's like the lull point of that story.
From Order of Phoenix though, that last the climax of the film was fucking dope. The Order going against the Death Eaters, and then Voldemort.
That's when Sirius Black dies, right?
Yeah.
And then 6 is when Dumbledore dies, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're at the end of Half-Blood Prince. I can see part 1 as baby, but then part 1 is when Dobby dies.
Dobby dies.
Yeah, there's they make sure to to give you a reason to stick around for the ending for
how they did my boy Dobby. Hedwig also dies in that one too. R.I.P. Hedwig.
Was that his owl?
His owl.
His owl. Yeah. Snow Owl.
Bro, that owl was so beautiful. He dies in the beginning when they're trying to escape from the Death Eaters because they're getting ambushed.
Oh, on the ride, they all riding on the. Damn!
When he's riding with Hagrid, bro. That scene, bro. He's like, "I brought you here as a baby. I'm gonna be the one to take you out." And I was like,
"Oh my god!"
I was like, "That's why Hagrid is his best boy, bro."
I've heard enough. No skips.
Yeah, for real. It's kind of like no. I mean, because if you go to Azkaban, which is arguably the best one, the introduction of Sirius, and then Lupin, and then Chamber is like the Basilisk. There's so much iconic stuff that happens in Chamber, and then 1 is just 1.
All of Tom Riddle. We found out who Tom Riddle actually is.
Dude, that's like my favorite Halloween movie is number 2. 2 and 3 are my favorite Halloween movies.
Halloween movies.
Yeah, like movies to watch during like the Halloween season.
Oh, I thought they were considered Halloween movies.
Oh no, I think it's just G's
But
preference to watch them in Halloween time.
Well, it's because like if you have TV or cable, like they're always showing the Harry Potter marathons around
Did
that
you just
time.
call me broke? Okay, fuck.
yeah, we have cable.
Get your money up. Get your money up.
Well, I can see the.
If you didn't know,
I can see some aspects of 2 and 3 that have Halloween elements. Like, there's a whole
I mean,
werewolf.
I mean, the whole story itself is about a witch and wizard and witches. So
That's fair.
I don't
So it's
think.
essentially that's that movie Halloween Town or
Halloween.
Hocus Pocus?
Hocus Pocus. Yeah,
Oh my god, Cairo.
like if you had like like if you saw like ABC or um like all the
The
Fox,
Hallmark movies?
Disney, you might catch it.
I think 1 is generally considered to be a Christmas movie because of the
Yeah.
whole Christmas stuff, like Merry Christmas, Harry, or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
Well,
right.
because then they have like a whole semester, so like they kind of go through the holidays themselves throughout the
You go through
throughout
seasons.
throughout the movies. Ticket to Whitney.
And I feel like every time we have one of these sessions where we talk about all these movies
Mhm.
and shows that that we like, it makes me want to watch them.
Yeah.
Dude, the Harry Potter show is gonna come out, I think, this year.
Yeah.
It's true.
I already see the ads coming up on Max.
Hoping it's a banger. Have you guys ever seen the Fantastic Beasts?
The first one, and I
Oh,
think
wait,
I
I
watched
haven't
the
seen
second
any.
one, but
With
it
Tony
was so
Soprano?
bad.
Tony Soprano.
Yeah, with no, is he in it? I know
Oh,
Johnny Depp's in
never
it.
mind. I'm thinking about Where the Wild Things Are.
Oh my
Oh.
god.
That's with Tony Soprano. I'm all kinds of fucked up.
Aren't we all? Well, I gotta wrap it up, boys. Good pod though. Great pod.
Good
Good
pod. At
pod.
least we all came to the consensus that Batman Begins is skippable.
Sure. Go ahead. Whatever you want to do with your life, man. I'm not gonna judge you.
Highly likely.
Mm-hmm. Spyro.
If
It's a mug.
Hey, that's dope.
That's awesome, Mug.
One more.
New Spyro game drop. Let's go.
It's gonna be a banger.
All right, boys.
One
I'm
more
about to
rip.
go watch Inception with my mom's.
Peace out from
Peace, enjoy.
the Sesh'room.
Enjoy.
Sesh'room.
See you later, guys.
Alrighty.
Bye.
Peace.